Nah, dude. Yeah,
He
I feel
does it on
like
purpose.
he's gonna put all the clips like or skip like in the beginning of his documentary.
Yeah. Once LeBron retires, though, he'll like.
LeBron's documentary is gonna blow everybody out the water.
Once that Olympic team thing hits, you see
he's
he's assembling the Avengers.
He's going for the extra gold medal, extra ring this year.
Exactly.
He's going for the double crown.
That'll be funny to see.
He's about to go crazy and retire on. Well, maybe one more year with his son.
That'd be insane. That'd be insane going out like with a gold medal and a chip and retire.
You have to wait till Bronny comes into the league to retire.
That's one more year,
2 more
though.
years?
One
Does he
more.
have
Well,
to?
two,
You can retire whenever.
Why does he have to
He's
wait for
gonna get the
Bronny?
money for the last year.
He wants to play with his son.
It's 1 year away. Like, just do it, bro. You've
I don't
been
know
talking
with that
about
art
it.
Thing, we don't even know if he's gonna play this year. So we'll
No,
see.
I think he is. I think he's playing basketball again.
Has he rehabbed yet
I don't even know. It's not even rehab. Nothing like he didn't get injured.
or cleared for basketball?
Yeah.
I know he didn't get injured, but he had like a cardiac arrest.
Yeah, but DeMar Hamlin's playing, so like I'm sure Bronny could play again. Like I don't
Yeah.
think it wasn't as. I mean, I don't know the details of it to be fair, but it doesn't seem as drastic
Did I send
as
you those
DeMar
like DeMar
Hamlin.
Hamlin memes of when Josh Allen had 3 turnovers or something? Oh, I forgot what I sent you. They made memes about DeMar playing like
No
DeMar
way.
died for this.
Damn, bro.
Oh my God, bro!
Hey.
Someone said he got three.
I almost spit on my-
three
Oh, for the number.
That's an honorable.
That's crazy.
I was like, dude, like, that's so crazy.
Crazy, bro.
That's crazy, bro. We didn't intro the show, but we're
Yeah, I
recording
know.
anyway. So
No, you're right,
yeah. Welcome to Ball Don't Lie.
You see the 75 seconds of Rogers is like when my girl wants me to
Yeah.
last longer. Like they have the 75 seconds.
They was doing that with Embiid, like when my girl wants a second round. And it's just a Joel Embiid picture.
That ain't happening.
Can't do it yet.
Nah, rest in peace, Rogers.
We can start off with that. Too,
yeah,
right
we
away.
I guess.
let's go to week 1 NFL and then not much NBA a little bit, but
Reactions or
yeah, week 1 NFL reactions. I mean, we all,
Rest in peace,
most of
Rodgers.
us, I know us three, were definitely watching the games because of fantasy, especially.
and Gabe's been watching. Has his reactions on his TikTok. Page.
Yeah, shout
Yes,
out
sir.
to Gabe at what's your at? Plug it real quick.
I forgot what I changed it to, but it's
Gabe.
probably Gabe Plug, I think.
There we go.
But yeah, the games were awesome on Sunday. So much stuff happened. Obviously the Aaron Rodgers stuff at the end, but yeah, the games were fun. Joe Burrow got stomped. I did not predict that at all. The guy threw under 100 yards. That pissed me off.
Runs are good.
Got his booty gaped.
I know.
Runs are
And then
better than expected.
Kirk's been popping off. Like literally, like what does he have? What does he have? Like 700 something total yards.
on,
Seven.
brother.
That's
doesn't
wise,
count, though.
maybe.
I know he's
Don't
not.
talk
That nigga
I
stats
don't
is
know.
inflated,
Get out-
man.
get out
I
my-
hate that nigga sometimes.
No. First of all, he's not inflated. We just turn the ball over too much and
Yeah.
just give the other team free points.
Not
We have
prepared.
7
And your defense
turnovers.
sucks too.
Hold on, let me spit on my defense.
Yeah.
Oh, let me talk about shit about my own team, brother. Too many turnovers, man. 7 turnovers in 2 games is not going to cut it. That's just not a recipe for success. Defense, honestly, the pass defense is a lot better with Brian Flores, but we can't stop the run for shit. DeAndre Swift, who had like 1 carry last week, just ran for his career high yards on us.
Man.
So that's not good. But I think cut the turnover. I mean, I don't know, man. If we start to suck, just tank, bro. This is the year to tank for a QB because this is one of the most talented draft classes. You got obviously Caleb, but then you got Drake May.
Yeah.
You got Shador Sanders, who's looking real good. He's going to jump up on the draft board.
Going crazy.
And there's a few other QBs like dude at Texas, Quinn Ewers. Texas just beat Alabama, so they're going crazy. So,
But do you think if you tank, will Justin Jefferson want to stay?
yeah, because you get him a rookie QB on a rookie contract. Then you can pay him. You don't have to worry about paying Kirk. You draft other positions. You trade Kirk Cousins for like a second-round pick to the Jets or something to a contending team. Obviously, this is if we continue to suck. Like, if we go 0-4 or something. Now, if we start to bounce back, then
0-2 is very bad already. Like,
yeah, but I mean, Bucks was a terrible loss, but you know, Eagles was a hard game, so I'm not too mad about it. You can bounce back from 0-2. There's a lot of
who
season
do you guys
left.
have next?
Chargers, we could beat them. Chargers defense
Not a back-to-back.
just as bad as us though.
The offense is pretty crazy though. Our weapons.
It'll
are
be a
I was gonna
shootout.
say.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like a must-win for the Vikings? If they
Yes.
if they
Oh,
lose
yeah.
that
It is,
third
yeah,
game,
definitely.
it's gonna be like problems.
Yeah.
That's
I know you
when
said
that's when
0-4,
they
but
gonna start thinking
0-3
about
is
taking.
like on the way to 0-4. You know.
I mean, every game we lose is a problem. Like it's obviously
You have the best receiver of all time and through 3 seasons.
We've been
So-
good, but I mean, we this year hasn't even ended.
No
We've been
playoff
decent.
win.
Gonna lose him like Diggs.
Man.
No,
Why are you
we
dogging
won't.
on
I
him?
guarantee
He
you
knows
we
this.
won't,
He
bro.
knows. He knows this.
I promise you, I'll put up money that we will not
Saw
lose
that,
Justin
like,
Jefferson.
the contract negotiation thing, and he was saying like his situation is different because technically he's the greatest wide receiver of all time through the position that he's been in. So
Yeah.
you can't compare him to other players and what money they're making. So it's kind of difficult to get his value.
Dude, he's probably telling him like I'm gonna ball out. As you can see this series, first two games, 150 yards, both games, over 10 receptions.
Me of that of Cooper Kupp season where the man's just wide open on every play, like he's just catching everything.
They can't guard
like,
it.
how are you getting open? He's finding the weak spot in every single.
He's just that good
so far.
You
Yeah.
see, Gabe was over here trolling on IG. I'm like, this nigga has to be trolling.
What are you talking about?
He was talking about like he was like reacting to
Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill?
He was like, oh, he's open.
He's
every
always
time.
open.
He's
Why
always
is he open every time?
It's like, what do you think? Like that's like
First off, the
that's
Chargers
like
are
watching
playing,
Kyrie
like,
break somebody, and it's like, why is he open?
But why is he open though? Like,
Just run past
if
the
you
whole
know
game.
he's gonna do it, prevent it. You know, that's
No,
what I'm saying.
that's the point.
mean,
You
It's
can't.
different. It's like putting Kyrie in ISO situations for just to see the defender get crossed. type of
Yeah,
thing.
like
they're playing man on Tyreek. Nobody can guard the nigga man. Like
It's on the
some
Chargers.
players
when
just
there
don't
was-
play man on. You know.
I mean, even in the times he was playing zone, he was splitting two defenders running. Like,
Yeah.
Chargers
it's
defense
he's coming-
sucks, dude. It's
yeah, they were
terrible.
getting cooked. But
And they paid a lot of players there.
J.C. Jackson has got to be a big bust for them.
Yeah.
He's got injured and then hasn't been
Benched
good.
him.
Yeah, he was
They
not
paid him
good.
like $80 million or something. Like that.
Joey
Whoa.
Bosa got hurt again, so that sucks for them. I mean, I don't know who the fuck's on their D-line because they can't tackle anyone
Yeah.
for 2 years. I think the coach needs to go, realistically. I like
This
Kellen
is
Moore
last
for them.
year, for sure.
I like Kellen Moore for them, just getting the run game going. But I don't know. We'll see if that's a Dolphins, having a bad run defense or, Chargers being a good running team this week, more likely than last week. But, the defense just hasn't been good for years. That's the issue. Like, in the playoffs, we saw Trevor Lawrence come back, put up 28 points in the second half, plus to beat them. The coaching has made questionable decisions at
Down
times.
Decisions, yeah.
Just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Brian Staley, whatever his name is, B. Staley.
Yeah. I think if this doesn't work out this year, he's definitely gonna get fired.
He should have been fired, honestly, in my
Last year.
opinion. Wasting Herbert's
Well, he was kind of
Herbert's
hurt
good years.
last year, so
Who?
Herbert with that rib injury couldn't throw pretty far, but
I'll take Herbert with a rib injury over still like half the league.
nah, I wouldn't.
I would.
No,
I
'cause he
would.
Can't throw far.
I'll take him
That's
over
the point,
Justin Fields, bitch ass.
man. You wouldn't
Hey, he's not. He's not feels cool.
Hey,
I'm
he's
talking about
missing
that game,
check downs by 40 feet. Like,
do that.
it's
Yeah.
looking bad out there for him.
They can
Jordan
throw me
Love
out
looked
there,
pretty
I'll be
good.
better.
I
Yeah,
don't think he,
Jordan
And
Love-
Shea Glazing.
First,
hopefully-
but he didn't get sacked. He was the only QB not to get sacked week 1. So that's
made the right decision though with a lot of those passes, and hopefully we have another Hall of Fame quarterback over there. But
We'll see week 2 when he. Well, I don't know. I think they're playing the Falcons. Should be a
Yeah,
better
Falcons.
defense, but we'll see
yeah.
when he's under pressure how he can perform. That's what I really want to see because the Bears just suck all around.
no Watson
honestly.
either, and Aaron Jones might not play this week, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see if
Aaron
he
Jones
can
is still a weapon.
see if he can make something work with less weapons.
Yeah, still looks pretty good as a QB though. So I see
Yeah.
why he's drafted in the first.
You guys want to talk about the Bills game?
Josh Allen is bad. I mean, what else is there to
Nah,
say?
he don't come back on him.
He's
He's-
naturally gifted as a QB, and that's why he's good.
You think his IQ is low?
He's basically Brett
Football
Favre,
IQ,
bro. He's
yeah.
Brett Favre just throwing picks. Like, he's gonna get those high scoring games with hella yards, but he's also gonna give you like those games with 4 turnovers, 4 picks at the worst times, throwing
His
picks
first-
in the
dude,
red zone.
That
Just
first
saying,
pick,
fuck it, Diggs down there somewhere.
that first pick, I looked at this nigga and I'm like, I swear to God, he had at least 20 feet of space in front of him with no defenders. And then he like ran all the way to the side, could see that there was no one in front of him, and threw a pick. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
could
going
have
crazy.
dead ass ran for at least 15 yards
He
before
always
anyone
wants
would
to
have
do
got to
play.
him.
Did you see him dive for like the first when the
You
first
know,
one
yeah,
is like
like,
super
it's
far
like,
away?
nigga, like, why?
Like, he doesn't protect himself either. He always makes like
That
boneheaded
fumble
decisions.
too. I'm like, dude, nigga, just like he snapped the ball and then just dropped it,
Yeah.
and then picked it up and then dropped it again.
Like
Like
even the team knows he's not the smartest football player because they're always like pointing at their head like to
But,
him.
like, think.
Even even Diggs is doing the same thing too to him. Like you got to use.
But
your
I
head,
also
you know?
think that the offensive coordinator's not helping him because they pass they gotta do more to stop throw. Like, they're telling Josh Allen obviously to take a lot of these shots. It's like throw some simple looks. It's either all like Josh Allen's trying to get home runs or Diggs is cooking somebody. Like, there's no
Okay, but
simple.
you got to make the read, the right read. you
They
know?
also don't have a wide receiver too.
Yeah, they really don't. But
Like, everyone else
they gotta
kinda stinks.
simplify
It's not
shit
the
for
reason
Josh
why-
Allen,
yeah.
bro. They gotta if Brock Purdy cannot throw picks, I know Josh Allen cannot. They gotta
that's a
make
different
sure.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say they got a lot more
Wait, okay,
talent.
well,
Allen has more responsibility.
If Allen was
too
on the
as a
Niners,
QB.
The
I feel
Niners'
like it would
offense
be
is
a
like
whole
stacked.
difference.
but no, it's not about the skill positions. It's also
Yeah.
about the simplification of the offense. They got their 49ers are getting the guys the ball in space. Like the Bills don't do that. They're just like, Josh Allen, go save us, go make
because
a
of
play.
who's under center though. Like it's a different offense because of who's
And I'm saying
He's
they
playing.
got to make it easier for him so he because
Two. They only have one good skill position player.
I don't know. The coaching got to do something. James Cook is good. Give him the ball more. I mean, trade for a receiver. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got to do something. You can't have Josh
do need to
Allen
trade
take
for a
these type of
receiver.
shots. Like,
Yeah, they did have like
It's like 80-20, I'd
Diggs
say.
and then like Gabe Davis is like so. I was like a huge believer in him last year.
He's okay. He can play. He can be a 3. He's like
But
as
it's
good as
like
Allen
barely,
Lazard.
like,
He's
his-
like a little bit
nah,
better.
he's better. But
Yeah.
I don't know. His route running is just like he's never open.
he's just a deep threat. He's not a
Yeah,
route runner. He's
that's
just going to
the
catch
vertical
like
threat, that's
75-yard touchdowns or to get nothing. Like,
Yeah, so it's just
Who
like
would you guys like to see in that position then on the Bills as a wide receiver too to help out?
I mean, there's a lot. I don't know.
Ayuk.
Draft someone.
I guess,
Ayuk.
Yeah, at this point, like wide receiver.
Trade for
Anyone
Mike
decent,
Evans, bro.
like-
Trade for Mike Evans.
Oh god.
That'd be smart.
Like,
At least that's like it's like still Gabe Davis but better. You know, like it's still a deep
Way
like
better.
yeah, like a deep TD threat. Like, but at least it's Mike Evans.
Yeah, like it's looking like the league is drafting wide receiver ones that are playing wide receiver twos, like in order to win, like Devontae Smith,
Yeah, like
Higgins,
you have to have like a
Jalen Waddle,
Jordan Addison.
after his
Dude.
touchdown.
He's
Two
like that,
touchdowns.
bro. Don't even
God.
say nothing.
0-2.
I was like,
I was
But
like,
yeah,
y'all
those
y'all
type of
hate it, bro.
players.
Straight up. Look at the Seahawks
I'm
got
hating 'cause
killed by the
I was-
Rams.
Okay, one game.
I wasn't, bro.
We've seen you guys lose 2 games.
I wasn't even going. I wasn't
the
even watching
Eagles.
the game because I was like,
Y'all lost
I
to
couldn't- I
Kyron
couldn't
Williams.
coach, though.
Kyron
okay,
Williams.
but still, like you
The
losing
man's
to
a good
nobody. You losing to fucking third stringers. It was
Like
like,
Aaron Donald's still there,
but yeah.
and Stafford's not a bad QB. So,
Yeah, he's reminding people that he's still like that just because he was injured last year. Can't write him off completely. So
yeah, when you have offensive mind like McVay and then Stafford at center, like they have hope.
got to put some respect on Stafford's name.
Cooper Kupp might come back. They're hopeful he comes back week 5. So
And you got
we'll see.
Puka and Coop.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
guys
be
feel
pretty
about
decent.
the Niners beatdown.
yeah.
They made them niggas look like children.
Man.
Like, I'm
Well,
not
it's the
even gonna lie.
Niners. I'm
another
not
level,
surprised,
man.
bro.
But
I expect them
but
to
it-
win, but
for
like
it to be
that
so
was like
bad against the Steelers, it was just like
No, we got to really talk about the Cowboys game because that's the
Oh,
real
okay,
big
yeah, that was a-
thrashing
that was a
right
big
there.
one.
40-0 is
weather,
insane.
Weather stuff too. So
No, I'm not.
Giants
40-0
kinda
is
stink,
not
though.
all
0?
weather. I can't do that.
You can't even
Cowboys
get
are-
3 points. Like
Cowboys are just better than.
It was like
I get that.
16-0 in the
You
first
can't
quarter.
Get 3 points. That's what I'm saying, Huss. I know they're better. I get that weather and all, but you can't get a field goal up there, like in there. Like
man. Yeah, you're right. But
that's like a field goal.
I feel
anyone-
like the Giants season last year was a fluke. They
Dude, at
clearly
least
don't have
did-
talent over there,
Bro,
man.
who else didn't score in week 1? Everybody else scored, right?
Yeah.
Right? No,
Uh,
they're the only team that
yeah.
didn't score.
I mean, the team just
everyone scored. No, Bengals is the only one who didn't score a touchdown.
But they scored, right?
But they
Field goal,
scored, yeah.
Hey, they got
Well,
that on the Giants on at least.
It
Everybody
can't
else
go
had
worse
Teddy
for the
Hart.
Giants, and
you can't. Yeah, you can't.
they
you can't
played
go back.
literally the best or one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah.
So they get a reprieve this week
yeah,
against the
they're definitely top
Cardinals.
3 in the defense.
I think they'll be okay. Probably not as good as people think or thought at the beginning of the year, but they'll
Giants?
be fine. Yeah,
Guess
I
they
mean,
they
want
won't
some
make the
help.
playoffs this year though.
maybe, but they're not going to be fucking 4-12 or something.
no.
They're not going to be that bad. What they happened last week is not indicative of how bad they are. I
But,
think they'll bounce
I think
back
Cowboys
a little bit.
and 49ers are like the upper echelon tier for me right now. Just because
Gotta throw the Eagles in there.
No, I mean, but they look kind of sloppy to you guys yesterday.
letting up-
and the
they're
week
letting a
one.
lot of
They almost
points.
lost to New England.
They're winning games ugly though, so that's something
not good early on.
A
though.
win's a win.
wins a win exactly.
No, you
2-0
gotta
is
shout
2-0.
Nah, not in football.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't just say a win because it's like two different sides of the ball. Like
Man, we
if
see
you're-
the Cowboys every season. Oh, it's their year. They just choke in the
yeah, they
playoffs. So
stink. But
this
I'm saying
team
like
is,
on
better.
both sides
It's
of the
whoever
ball,
wins.
like on both sides of the ball, like the Eagles right now, like offensively, I mean they still have a lot of questions, but at least they're putting up points. But it's like you can't be putting up or getting so many points scored against you. Like
that too,
and
and
feel
the
like
way
you're gonna
that they
be
win
okay.
the ball, win games have been.
their team's hurt. Their secondary's hurt.
Everybody's
Bradbury's
gonna
hurt.
get hurt though. I mean, like
Yeah, it's football.
Yeah.
we just talk about the Chargers and how they're hurt every season
Yeah.
defensively.
But I mean, with Dallas though, I still got to see more from Dak. He didn't have to do anything against the
Yeah,
Giants.
that's a
The
big question.
defense and special teams pretty much gave them the lead, and then he just handed off to Tony Pollard for 4 quarters. So,
Yeah.
you know, we'll see when. This week against the Jets will be a great challenge because they got an elite defense. They got, I think, the best defense in the league. It sucks what happened to A-Rod, obviously. Bro's about to cry. He's about to
Voice
tear
crack
up
is-
out here on the show.
But at least he's coming back. He's not going to retire. So, but it's like, what are the odds of that happening? 4 plays in, he just 75 seconds.
Nigga's
gets
100
hurt.
ye's old.
I mean, Tom Brady doesn't tear his Achilles when he was 45 playing football.
Yeah,
you
Brett
see
Favre
what
didn't
kind
do
of
it.
O lines they had for that nigga. Like,
Yeah, that's true. So I mean,
had to
at
make
least
sure.
Roger, like, with Roger being gone, he can get a stronger offensive line next year. But I mean, like Dalvin Cook only signed a 1 year, and that having him and Brees looked amazing.
Yeah,
Game 2. Having those two was gonna put them on top to be a Super Bowl contender and win the division. But
I think they'll be okay. They'll probably. I'm not saying they'll like do anything in the playoffs. That hope is dead for sure. But I think they could still be a playoff team. Their defense is real good. They're. I mean, they have the weapons on offense. It's just a matter of who's throwing them the ball.
Hypothetically, third year for quarterback should be a huge jump, especially for a second pick. So Zach Wilson should be better than.
Like, come on, let's not kid ourselves. But maybe
He
he
has
could.
talent.
I have high
He has
hopes for
talent.
Zach. I have really high hopes
You're
for
tripping.
Zach.
I mean,
Why?
He's gonna do good. He's gonna.
hasn't
He's
showed
gonna
you-
succeed in this like.
what has he
chance he's gonna
showed
give
you
Name one
in the
game.
past?
In the past, he's had flashes, but he hasn't done anything crazy. But
So
this is
why
his
are you
chance.
convinced that it's his time?
Have you
now?
seen him in the post-game press conference? He looks like he's ready. He looks like he's mentally prepared for this role.
Do you
That's
you
like
realize
saying
if Josh
off-season
Allen
workouts.
didn't throw 4 picks, they would have lost that game easily?
And if their
Wait,
kicker
y'all
didn't hit the post and it went in like that, if it went a little bit, it would have been different too.
Garrett Wilson
Hey,
had
what's
to
your-
make the craziest
Yeah.
catch of the year to
Okay,
score a
but your game
touchdown.
plan's different when you have Aaron Rodgers.
A win's
and
a win,
Zach
right?
Wilson.
Is that what
Zach
you're
Wilson
saying?
didn't think he was gonna play that game. So not having
Oh,
a
God.
week into it, a week preparing for who they playing, whoever they, the
Yeah, 'cause
Cowboys.
he's gonna get cooked, bro.
They're gonna have a
I'm
better
sorry.
chance.
He's gonna be
The
good.
offense is gonna look better because it's gonna be made to tailor to Zach Wilson, and they'll have a better chance of winning than they did last week. So you have to tailor your offense towards your quarterback's level of skill.
With Zach, they just gotta hope that he doesn't make mistakes. Like if he can not make mistakes, the team all around him should be good enough to at least squeak out some wins.
You just gotta run the ball like crazy. You gotta do it the Atlanta Falcons style. Just run the ball like crazy.
Not
and
to
throw,
that,
like,
not
10,
that
15
bad, not that
throws.
degree. You
No,
gotta
you
get
have to,
Garrett
bro,
Wilson the ball. You gotta get some of the other receivers involved a little bit.
You don't want him throwing the ball as much.
Yeah, you don't. Obviously, they're gonna predominantly be run team, but you still gotta get the ball out. You can't be Falcons level of
Just 15 to 20 throws,
ineptability.
I'd say.
No,
for Zach.
probably a little more. Maybe I'm saying 20 to 25. You got to
You-
get the ball out that
If
much.
I had one
games, you
interception
have
into
me
that,
Especially
25
you're going to be
attempts.
down in a lot of games like playing against the Cowboys. They have a tough schedule with their division, just in general their strength of schedule. You're going to have to throw the ball against a lot of these teams.
I mean, you
so
still be in every single game because of the defense that you have, as long as they stay healthy. So, I mean, even this game they're in, they forced four turnovers.
It's not
Against
going to
one of the
happen
better
every week though.
QBs. No, definitely
You're not playing against Josh Allen every week.
Okay, but he's obviously still a top 5 quarterback in the league. Easily.
Name him.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
Name him.
so regardless of who they play, Josh Allen's just not the smartest player, but he still has the talent. But they'll force turnovers at least once a game, like especially
We'll
with
see,
how
man.
everyone's been playing. But yeah, we'll
Defense
see.
can't win you every game. There's going to be
Yeah.
some like the Chiefs, man. You're not going to be able to like Zach
Oh,
Wilson
yeah,
has to
no.
do something against that
Yeah,
type
for
of team.
sure.
He can't just here you go, Brees Hall. Like Chris Jones coming back, Travis Kelce's coming back, so that's gonna help them get
It'll be
get
fun
back
to
to where they
watch.
were.
Hopefully, Kadarius' hands come back.
Hell no, that guy's
he's
done
not getting
for.
any passes. Kelsey's
Rasheed
back.
Rice, he looked good.
Yeah, I still have hope for the Jets. Like you said, they'll probably be a playoff team, and that was the goal to begin with: make the playoffs and at least have a shot.
No,
You
they
never
had
know.
Super Bowl
Rodgers may come
aspirations
back.
for sure.
Yeah,
I would doubt that. Just even throwing him back in, like you played the whole year with Zach Wilson, then you're like coming off an Achilles injury into the playoffs
Yeah,
with
but
Aaron Rodgers.
I'd
I'm
still-
not doing
I
that.
trust
You'd rather.
Aaron Rodgers is one leg than Zach
No,
Wilson.
no,
did.
no.
Come on, man.
Didn't Rodgers say anything's possible? He might
He's not
return
gonna
for
come
playoffs?
back.
Anything's possible.
I'll put
What did
my
Kevin- what did Kevin
entire
Garnett
life
say?
savings.
What did Kevin Garnett say?
Put my entire life savings. He wouldn't
Yeah,
play
I
this
doubt
year.
he's coming back, but you never know.
I feel like he's too old. I feel like he should just retire.
No, why?
No, you can't go out like
He's
that.
got a few
no.
more years, no?
He can play till he's as
Well,
long as
you
he
just
wants.
can't. You can't retire like that, dude. It's too
I
tragic.
feel like
Brady could have played till he's 50. Straight
I don't
up.
want
he said he wanted to play till 45
Well, then
before the season
Lost
started.
his wife and his kids are getting older, so.
No, I'm
Ah,
saying Aaron
circumstances
Rodgers
for
said
this
that.
dog.
Rodgers?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
if he's only
He can,
39,
man.
he could do it.
He'll play till 40 at
The
least.
Jets should go sign Tom Brady. I saw so many comments.
They're
It was
not,
so
it's not
funny.
happening, dude.
If they had a really good offensive line, then maybe I think about it. But without a line, he'll never come back.
Tom Brady just won't come back. I don't think
general, yeah.
he's already
Not this
retired
time,
once.
yeah.
He's not going to do it.
He's already
third,
trolled.
second
He's already
time.
trolled the people once.
You need an offensive line for older people.
It's just
for their
Zach Wilson,
bodies.
bro. You're not going to find anyone better at
Grandpas?
this point.
Yeah, Zach Wilson will be there.
Unless you make
Get
a
Carson
trade.
Wentz or something. Matt Ryan just for the bench.
I mean, yeah, you're going to pick up some like vet QB just to
Yeah.
sit behind him just
People
in
are
case.
saying RG3. Is that gonna happen?
Hell
Hell
no.
He
He
will
can't
get hurt
play.
faster than Aaron Rodgers did.
He just
Or
can't
seeing-
play either, bro.
See Kaepernick.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw all the names getting mentioned.
It's like
Kaepernick,
Bush
Brady.
administration when he last
Yeah.
played. Like, hell no.
Yeah.
There's
There's no way. Like it's
naming
been
people now.
different generations of players since Kaepernick's played. So
Get Cam Newton.
yeah, Cam Newton is still in the league. That's funny. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
All right, let's get
The
into some
prayers.
predictions then. How do you guys think week 2 is gonna go?
Let me pull the schedule up. Let me see if we
Yeah.
missed any
I
team
got
that I
some.
want to talk about. No, hold on. I want to check.
We talked about the Chiefs. We didn't talk about the Ravens.
The Browns
Nothing
got a
to talk
W.
about.
Yeah.
They beat a team they should have beat. I mean, not much passing, but it is what
Zay
it is.
Flowers look
Let's
pretty
see.
good.
No one cares
He's
about the
him.
Cardinals.
Bijan looked good. Zay was cooking. Zay got a couple highlight reels. bro.
Addison looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
JSN,
He's him.
I'm waiting on him.
What
but
about
they
Bryce
got
Young?
money.
Bryce Young was.
No, let's talk
Nah.
about the Bengals.
Oh, we didn't talk about Bijan too.
I mean, Bijan.
Bijan's
We
a
kind of
demon.
knew
Yeah,
he
he's a
was.
demon.
Yeah, we knew he was.
Algier
different.
is also a demon.
Yeah.
They did play Carolina though. You know, they kind of had the lead the whole time. So I want to see against the Packers would be a better challenge this week
No,
for
they're
the
gonna shit on them too.
Falcons. See if they'll actually throw the ball when they're down.
No.
Probably not. Yeah,
They
probably
will
not.
not.
They really haven't. The thing is with the Falcons, they're always close in games. Like the team's not bad. It's smart, like the way that they play football for a football perspective, but fantasy wise, it's just terrible. Like, plus, why would you spend
For
2
y'all.
top 5 picks on like a generational tight end and then a really good wide receiver and not throw them the ball at all? But you're winning games, so like as a
So
coach, you won't get fired because he is like his scheme, his run scheme is like immaculate. But as like a fantasy perspective or like wide receiver perspective or tight end perspective, throw them the damn ball. You know, they're good players, but who knows, man? We'll see.
Doesn't the QB stink?
We'll see how long he's. I
Yeah,
mean,
that doesn't
he
help.
he hasn't
either.
been
That
tested
fool's
yet.
ass.
He hasn't
Yeah,
been
because
tested.
they don't trust him to throw the ball, bro. They're just like, you suck so bad, we're just gonna run it.
I feel like with a lot of QBs though, they'll be doing the same type of thing.
I mean, he's really the only
'Cause the
one
run's
that,
been
to that
working.
degree. I can't think of another QB on the NFL that would get that many. Like even Ryan Tannehill, they let that motherfucker throw way more
20,
than they
yeah.
let Desmond Ritter throw.
We'll see. I mean, Desmond Ritter's only played like 4 games, so
Yeah, but I said there's the
Mariota
Saints-
definitely couldn't throw. They
the
should be
Saints
running the
game-
ball with Mariota under center.
There's the Jags game. Calvin Ridley was going crazy, right?
Yeah,
Two
Ritter's game
Tua
back.
threw like 460. That was crazy.
He's
Yeah,
he's like
I mean,
that.
we talked about Reek in the beginning, but yeah, Tua like the.
Hey,
Yeah,
he
you
might
already know
win
what the Dolphins
MVP
gonna be,
this
yeah.
year if
Didn't
he
he have a
stays on
400-yard game last year too?
Probably.
Against like
Probably.
Josh Allen.
6
Was it against the
touchdowns.
Bills?
Yeah.
It was against the Bills, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it was where he had 6 touchdowns.
I
no,
was
that
wa-
was against the Ravens.
Yeah,
Could be, yeah, Ravens, yeah.
It was
Crazy.
Ravens.
That was
But
crazy.
they did beat
Comeback.
the Bills.
They
I
did beat
remember
the
what's
Bills.
his name was. The
Didn't they
offense-
kick it on the field goal? Hold on, there was a punt and then like got fucked up right on the
Yeah,
field goal.
hit his butt.
His butt or something.
No, it's because they couldn't
Yeah.
spike the ball in time.
Oh, I thought it was Giat or
So
something.
that's why
bro.
they lost. But
Yeah.
they did have the
Yeah, it was a
Dolphins hit.
safety.
The
Yeah.
Giat kick.
And then,
This is the Raiders game?
OC was like destroying the table after the
I
game.
want to talk about the
Raiders,
fucking
Broncos.
Broncos, dude. They
Remember
suck
Gesicki
still.
Bill?
Whatever.
Still bad. Still bad.
Well, they didn't have their best receiver, so
Not that he's any good, but
Jerry Judy.
he's
He's okay.
whatever. He's
Is he their
whatever.
best receiver?
Yes,
Yeah, he
but
is.
he's
And it looked like it last year.
Huh?
Said it looked like
He
it last
finished
year.
good last year at the end of the season.
Nigga was so booty, man. Then I hated him.
He finished like, I mean, the offense was just terrible to begin with. Like
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett and
But Sutton was
Russ
just
couldn't
getting
get the ball
every
out.
target. Like I couldn't even. It was like it was
at
super
the
annoying.
beginning, yeah.
their
Sun's
whole
still
receiving
good.
core is mid, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Sun's good. I think Jerry's good. They're not terrible.
The Broncos still can't score 20 points, so they're have fun with
We'll see
that.
this
Broncos fans
Week 1 was pretty
Mhm.
bad offense
That's right.
for everybody. I'd say.
really lost to the Raiders, man.
Broncos country.
Let's roll.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go to week 2 then.
Week 2 predictions.
All right, Raiders, Bills. Bills taking this. They
Yeah,
gotta
that's
do
easy.
it, bro. Okay.
Bills are gonna take
I'm
it.
expecting a masterclass from Allen and Diggs
Yeah.
to make up for last game.
You think
If the
so?
Bills lose, though,
Oh my
Oh
god.
man,
Oh.
generational
Fraud,
slander. Especially
fraud
if he does
watch
it again.
enabled on the
he
match.
does
Slander
it
will be
again-
at all-time high for Josh Allen.
Nah, he has to come up with a crazy game because if he does that again and loses to the Raiders,
He's gonna be kicked out of the
yeah,
top
it's
5.
gonna be generational.
No,
slander.
he'll
Okay,
still be
let's
a top 5
relax
talent.
there.
He will.
Which is crazy.
Media's
Even
gonna
though
generational
media's gonna put him
slander
on
on him.
blast, Bez.
No, but you can't put it. The other quarterbacks haven't been playing either. You
He's
can
in a
put
different
Joe
tier.
Burrow
But you
with
know what
80
the media's
yards
gonna
over
do,
him.
though? They're gonna care about Josh Allen more because people like Josh
Because
Allen.
of how
like-
good he is.
Exactly, which they'll talk about him being like on Fraud Watch more. They'll push that narrative
Yeah,
more.
but he's still top 5 though. He's in a different tier.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a
Who,
discussion if he
who, who,
loses.
who else is over him? The only players, the only
Mahomes?
elite QBs that played well week 1 is like Trevor Lawrence.
He's not better.
Everyone else
He's
did
definitely
shit.
not better
Week
than Josh
1,
Allen.
Tua
Yes.
played way better
Okay,
than him.
Tua,
not better than
but he's
Josh
not better
Allen.
than Josh Allen for one game.
Jalen Hurts was aight, but not better.
He
He's
was
better.
aight.
He's
He
still-
wasn't
he's
even
better than
great.
Josh
Yeah.
He's been
He's in
decent.
the conversation.
Yeah, he's in the conversation.
That
Well,
goal
Joe,
Burrow.
it's
Joe
like
Burrow was bad.
Joe
Lamar
Burrow's
was bad.
horrendous.
Lamar was super.
Lamar's
ass.
not better than Josh Allen either. so.
Kirk had a good game, but turnovers.
He's not better than
he's
Josh
not better
Allen,
than Josh
bro.
Allen.
It's
I'm
hard to
talking
be a
about better
good QB
games
in the
week
league,
one,
though.
So I'm trying to name better games.
It's hard to be
Jimmy
a really good
Garoppolo.
QB.
But he had like a lot of turnovers that game. I hope he just doesn't turn over the ball
That's
like
his
that.
MO.
again.
That's what he
Bro,
does.
if he has 3 turnovers in game 2 again, what are you gonna say? Not like
He
just
won't.
wink
He
it
won't.
off?
He
He
won't.
No,
won't.
it's possible.
Not against the
won't?
Raiders.
Guarantee.
You don't think
he
he'll have
won't.
3?
No, guarantee he won't have
Oh,
3
I hope
turnovers
not, for his
against the
sake.
garbage Raiders defense.
Yeah, Raiders defense has been bad since.
The Broncos just suck. Like that's what happened last
Yeah.
week. But you know.
Derek Carr has been there for 10 years, and their defense has never been higher than 20th. So and that's how bad their defense is.
You told me that stat, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Derek Carr never had a good defense in his life.
Yeah. So yeah,
He got
the
one
Bills
this
should
year.
win. Bills should win. If they don't, then it's gonna be we'll see a lot of Stephon Diggs being upset. That's for sure.
What about Ravens Bengals?
Ravens Bengals?
That'll be a good game.
That's gonna be good.
I got Cincinnati. I think after the offense that they put up last week and that being so horrendous, Joe Burrow's gonna come out swinging.
I think when
T.
Mark
Higgins didn't even
Andrews
have a
back,
target, man.
yeah, no, he did. He had
Or
8
he had
targets.
no receptions.
He had 8. Yeah,
Sorry,
couldn't bring in a single thing.
Yeah.
But
Who, T?
yeah.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be
Yeah.
so bad.
I'm picking Ravens. They're getting Mark Andrews back. They got Zay Flowers looking good. Odell, Rashad Bateman's healthy. Unfortunately, J.K. Dobbins injury can't stay healthy, but they'll be fine because Lamar really is the primary runner there, and they can kind of do a committee with the rest of the guys, bringing up Gordon, and then you got Gus Bus and Justice Hill. So I think they'll win. Their defense pretty decent too. I mean, it was against the Texans last week, but they just have a good defense generally. So
Who do you got?
For this one, I'm picking the Bengals again. I know I picked the Bengals last week, and obviously that did not pan out, but I think the Bengals take this one. I don't think Burrow's going to have that bad of a game. I think Jamar Chase.
what if he does? Is he on Fraud Watch? Is he on Fraud Watch?
Damn, this is the
definitely
insane
on Fraud Watch.
reverse card.
If
Fraud Watch
Josh
after 2 games
Josh
is
Allen's on
crazy, I
Fraud
know.
Watch,
But
That's
Joe
what I'm
Burrow's
saying.
an elite quarterback too. So I mean, if I said that for Josh, I have to say it for him too.
Yeah,
He's
that's
an
what I'm
elite
asking
quarterback.
you.
I expect him to not have a bad game. So I would say like, bro, like step up. Like people like Joe Burrow, like
bro just
Herbert.
got paid, and
Yeah,
Every
he
quarterback
just
has a
got
bad
paid
game.
too. I forgot, bro.
that's what I'm
Fuck.
saying.
Yeah,
First
every
game.
quarterback has
Phoning in
bad
every
games.
game, bro. You can't be doing this, Joe.
Unless
Come
you're
on.
like Patrick Mahomes, Rodgers doesn't have like terrible games. Last year he did, but like if you're upper echelon, I guess you won't have a bad game.
I think Mahomes is the only one that's like defying that. Everyone has
Yeah,
bad
right now.
games that I can think of.
Yeah, honestly.
I think the next one though, like Trevor, with this new coaching staff after his rookie season, he's been like trending up every single year.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he might be in that next tier of like elite QBs, like
Yeah.
with Josh Allen and
See
all
how-
those
how
guys.
he
I can see it.
ends
I
this
see
year.
it.
We'll see how he ends this year.
Yeah, we'll see what they do in the playoffs too. After last season, it's gonna be good. What about the Chiefs and Jags transitioning into Trevor Lawrence? Him versus Patrick Mahomes should be a shootout.
Ooh.
I think it'll be a good game. Getting Kelsey back. You got Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones on the other side. I think it could be a fun game. So
The Jags are looking for
who you
revenge
pick?
from last year.
I think I'm picking Chiefs with Kelsey back. I think the wide receivers. I'm not excited about any of them, but I think it'll be better what they were week 1. And with Chris Jones back, I'm pretty sure he's gonna play, but I'm not.
Yeah, he
Don't
is.
quote me on that. Yeah. So that'll help them a lot in the run game, especially just in the interior D line. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs, bounce back from their week 1 loss against the Jags.
I shall also take the Chiefs. They're not going down 0-2 with Patrick Mahomes, and Kelsey is back.
Yeah.
Though the game they lost is only lost because Tony couldn't catch and Sky Moore couldn't catch.
Eh.
And you got to also think the game plan was originally prepared with Travis Kelsey playing. He got hurt like a day before the game. So that obviously plays a role. And then Chris Jones contract negotiation stuff too. So and they almost still beat the Detroit Lions. So they'll win this one.
Are there any odds on that game right now, or since it's 2 days before there's none?
What do you mean
Should
odds?
Like
Like
odds,
betting
are
odds?
there, like,
Kansas,
are they odds?
Kansas City's favored by 3.5. I don't know what the odds are though.
Oh, okay.
I think Kelsey being back opens up the offense too.
Yeah.
Like
They won't
for sure.
drop-
Obviously,
drop.
them like a lot of those drops are just wide open, but
Kelsey
at
doesn't
least
drop
they'll be
those.
even more
Yeah.
wide open.
What did you say
I'm
about
talking
Kelsey
about
last
the
week? You
wideouts.
said he has gravity, right? Was that what you said, or someone else said
His
that?
gravity.
Kelsey's gravity.
He has
Someone said that
aura.
last
He
week.
does,
I remember
like-
hearing it.
Bro has
might have.
aura.
Or,
But yeah,
there you
he the Ori. Oh yeah, I said
What'd I
people
say?
be saying Ori because the niggas think he's cute. But
go. Bagged, what's her name? Taylor Swift.
Taylor
apparently.
Swift.
Nah,
Rumors.
it's
Who
crazy.
bagged Taylor Swift?
Travis Kelsey.
Oh,
Did
no.
he?
I heard her breast
Rumors,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rumors also got it
Her
too.
breath
I would
stink.
never. Honestly, this is like,
I seen that clip.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, next game. Or did
Who'd
you give
you
your
choose,
prediction?
Omar?
Yeah, who you give for Chiefs Titans?
I'll do Chiefs,
I mean
too.
Chiefs.
I'll
Yeah,
say
I'll
mine
do
after.
Chiefs.
I'll say mine after.
All right. What about next game? Chargers Titans. Chargers favored by 2.5. I think for me, I'm gonna go Titans. I think the Chargers defense, especially run defense, very leaky. You got Derrick Henry, even Tajay Spears started mixing in some snaps. He looked pretty good. I think if Ryan Tannehill just cuts down on the turnovers, he had 3 picks week 1 against a really good Saints defense, but they were in the game the whole time. They got some good receivers. We'll see if Hopkins plays, but they got Treylon Burks and Hopkins, who very capable receivers. I don't love the Chargers. Like, their offense is very elite, but I honestly, I struggle to trust their defense. I struggle to trust their coaching on a every week basis. They're going to be on the road. the Titans are one of those like grimy teams that you don't think is going to win games, but they just pull it out somehow just because of the run game and Derrick Henry. And I think this is one of the weeks where he has one of those beast games, and the Chargers take L here.
Yeah, I got the Chargers winning actually. D-Hop hasn't practiced all week, so I think that's obviously gonna play a factor into how the Titans run their offense. Chargers had a very bad loss last week, and I think they're gonna have to pick it up and win this week to make up for that. They actually haven't lost that many games with Justin Herbert either, so they've always been above 500. I think the Titans are not gonna be as good this year, so I got Chargers winning.
I got the Chargers winning as well for the same reason Hassan said. I don't think Herbert's gonna like let him go down 0-2. Like I'm gonna think he's gonna have he's gonna come in like swinging. And how good? I want to ask you guys a question because I haven't watched as much. But how
no Eckler for the Chargers though.
Yeah,
keep that in mind. It's gonna hurt him.
Okay.
We'll see if Josh Kelly's worth $100 a fab.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, someone $100 a fab with Josh Kelly. Let us know if that's worth it. All you fantasy players out there.
Whole season's worth.
Yeah, whole season worth of fab. Is he that good? I don't know, but we go see because Eckler's not going to play it in practice all week. That's going to hurt him too because the Titans have an elite run defense, and you're already handicapped without
They never
Eckler
run the
there.
ball either way, even with Eckler. It's all
Who?
pass.
No, last week they had two guys go
tearing
for
them
damn
niggas
near
up.
100
Yeah,
yards.
yeah.
So
But, I mean,
they're definitely in a run
still
heavy.
lost.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're in a more run heavy scheme this year. You could see just the reason they're using both running backs a lot more than last year was a lot more Eckler and kind of 4 or 5 carries for the other running backs. This year it's like Eckler getting 20, the other running backs get 12. So it's like a lot more usage in the run game in general. And yeah, Titans have an elite run defense, so I think no Eckler, Titans elite run defenses. I'm gonna give him the upper hand.
Yeah,
I still think the Chargers don't just like to air it out more, so we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with Bez probably because, I'm a big Eck fan, and I feel like he's too pivotal to their offense to for them they already didn't play that well last week, and then for them to lose,
He was their best player.
Yeah, he was their
last
best
week.
player last week.
Yeah.
He was the only reason they was really
Joshua
doing
Kelly.
anything.
He was
so
good
I feel
too.
like
Yeah.
they're just gonna struggle this week, without him.
You got the Titans winning then?
Yeah,
Going 0-2
I like
is
that.
pretty bad. for
It is,
them.
but it's not the end of the
Especially-
world.
I think they'll
Well,
come.
just
Yeah,
because their division is tough. Already.
that is
sure.
the one thing I'll say. They have a really tough division.
but I think they will and
Oh.
still with a decent record.
What was your question,
Even if they
Gabe?
start 1-2.
All right.
Who'd you have winning though?
I said Chargers.
Yeah, he said Chargers. He said
We
Herbert bounced
50-50
back.
on that one.
All right, next game. We talked about this a bit earlier. Packers-Falcons at Atlanta. Atlanta's
Falcons.
actually a 1.5-point favorite in this one. Surprisingly, probably because no Aaron Jones. Maybe that they're factoring that in. Bijan looks really good. I think this is up in the air for me. I mean, the point spread or Atlanta's favored by 1.5 only, so it's definitely Vegas or whoever is ranking these definitely thinks it could go either way. I think I'm going to go with the Falcons just because, especially if Christian Watson doesn't play. I know Dubs, whatever, looked really good last week.
Dobes.
But I think this is a harder defense than the Chicago Bears were, the Atlanta Falcons. Their run defense is really good. Grady Jarrett on the line is going to be a lot to deal with, especially when you don't have that 1-2 punch. It's just A.J. Dillon, and he kind of works better as a bruising type of back. Aaron Jones gets in the receiving game, so I think that'll limit them, making things easier for Jordan Love. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Their run game, we talked about it. They just love to pound it, pause. Bijan's going to get carries. Algiers going to get a lot of carries, and they got Cordero back this week. He might even mix in, so it's going to be a lot of run game, and I want to see if the Packers could keep up. I don't think so,
Yeah, Packers.
but we'll
defense
see.
Last year was pretty bad, so
We'll see. I got Falcons, but I could see it going either way.
I got the Packers winning this game. Obviously,
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yep. He's never going to
I
pick
think,
against his guys. He's
It
going to go
depends.
17-0
If
this
they're playing
season.
the Chiefs or something like that, I would have chosen.
Only
Only
the
Bills.
Chiefs, right? Only
Bills
the Chiefs.
too. I mean, it's the Atlanta Falcons. So.
Got to pick some upsets on
Falcons
here.
finna
Boring
shit on
ass picking the favorites every one.
Well, obviously Atlanta's the favorite there.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em basically though.
It's 50-50, right?
It's 1.5 point. It's not even a whole score.
Yeah, well, I got the Packers winning. I think Jordan Love's better than I thought he was. If Watson's back, the offense will open up. But I think he'll make it work with what he has. So far, he has. So we'll see what happens. It's a toss-up, but I have Packers.
Give me the Packers.
All right,
I'm going Falcons for sure.
let's go. Me and Omari.
They
I
gonna
like their
all
run
the
scheme.
niggas.
I do like watching them run the basketball, run the ball.
the basketball.
the basketball. No,
Going
I miss
crazy.
it. It's almost back.
Yeah, no,
It
was
is.
it 24 days, 23 days?
Till preseason or
Countdown,
something?
maybe
Or-
Or
24, 30. I don't know.
All right, next game: Seahawks at Lions. Detroit 4.5 point
one.
favorites. I'm gonna take the Lions just because we saw what the Rams did to the Seahawks defense last week, and the Lions have a much better offense. They have the best offensive line in the league, up there arguably with the Eagles. And the Seahawks have one of the worst D lines in the league, and I think it's just a mismatch right there. Gibbs is gonna eat. Montgomery's going to eat. I mean, the receivers, Amon-Ra will probably get his. I think it's just going to be a mismatch on the D-line versus the O-line, and that's where the difference comes in. The Lions going to be at home. Seahawks, losing against a team with not very many weapons, going against a team with a lot of weapons. I think Lions take this one.
I got the Seahawks. I don't think Pete Carroll will lose, or I think they'll bounce back from what disappointing game that they had last week. I think the Seahawks have way too many offensive weapons. If the game ends in a shootout, the Seahawks receiving core is better than the Detroit Lions receiving core with JSN, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant's good. Their running backs are like primarily the same. Kenneth Walker is good. Charbonnet is good. So I think
I can't say that he didn't play yet.
Well, I mean, he looked good. So
Preseason.
yeah. So
Yeah, he got
off
that aura.
that tape,
Like
he
3
looks like
snaps
he
last
can
week.
run. And he's a second-round pick, so I'm assuming he's going to be okay. So I think I have the Seahawks winning if it goes to a shootout. If not, then the Lions. But Seahawks.
Was the Seahawks last week like they played really good in the first half and then really bad in the second half?
No, they got smacked.
Yeah, but they didn't. Time of
Like the whole
possession was
game?
terrible.
Nah, it was
Yeah.
close. It was close in the beginning. And
I
then-
mean, it's always
then it
close.
got out
Start
of hand,
0-0.
So
So
obviously, no, it was like
Second half was.
What was?
Because
Because
they
I
had
remember
13.
seeing something like the first half they were putting up like good. It was like
okay, yeah.
good, and then like
they were fine.
They
in
got
the
yeah,
first
no, no, no.
half.
after that.
At halftime, it was 10-7 Seahawks.
I wouldn't say they looked good though. Like they looked fine.
No, I'm
They
saying
never-
like score wise, like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
close until the second
Time
half.
of
I
possession was terrible though. I think they didn't have that many plays in the second half compared to the Rams.
whose home is it? Was it Lions? You said
Yeah.
Seahawks home last game.
this coming
Oh,
one.
okay.
I'm more inclined to choose the Lions this week. I don't know if the Seahawks
Yes, sir.
don't like if the Seahawks get like I don't know. You mentioned that they have a lot of weapons, and I agree with that, but. Like I saw last week, they just didn't use them as well as I thought they would. I thought they were gonna win because I looked away and I come back they lost. So I mean, if they come playing like that again, like the second half Seahawks, they're gonna lose again, like pretty easily.
We'll see.
Wow.
And they're away, bro. They were home last week.
What do you got, Mari?
No, I got to ride for my team.
No, you don't.
Nah, I think the Seahawks gonna win. I think that Lockett went out early last game too, so I definitely put a damper on their. I mean, I know it was their defense I got shit on, but it definitely put a damper on their offense too. So
Even
I feel
that,
like
I'd say like JSN should be the best receiver in the class off skill alone. So
yeah, I think that. I mean, it was his first week too, and he was already getting good production. So I feel like this week they'll come out like even harder. Hopefully, Lockett stays in the whole game, so
Yeah.
that it'll make their offense a lot more dynamic than it was last week.
I saw they signed a 41-year-old right guard because they're
Swear to God.
yeah
I need to
because
see
they
that
lost.
shit.
Was it Tyron
their-
Smith or who was it?
I forgot his
Oh,
name.
no,
so
no,
I'd rather sign an
Peters,
18-year-old.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather sign a rookie than a fucking 41
Well,
year old.
their offensive line got assimilated last game, so they had to sign somebody.
41 year old though,
Yeah.
he's gonna get the Aaron Rodgers treatment.
He's just big. You want a big guy just standing there.
Just stand there and block. Just
That's
be a
crazy.
cone.
They need to get the big show.
All right, next game. This is one of the best games of the week. Hot fire, Colts versus Texans. We
Oh,
might
nah.
see the QB matchup though. CJ Stroud on the injury report. I think he'll play though. But Anthony Richardson versus CJ Stroud.
It's gonna be the worst.
The
game
rest of the
ever.
teams are bad. The rest of the teams, respectively, are bad. But the QB matchup will be interesting.
I should not be
um,
watching this game.
I will not be there. I'm Mbappe.
Yeah, this is a game I might, maybe have a side eye on, check when the score, Red Zone will update me on the scores. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really have a preferred. It's a 1 point. Texans are favored by 1. I'm gonna take the Texans. They looked okay last week. CJ Stroud threw 44 times or something like that, over 200 yards. He looked pretty good. I'm assuming if he's good to go, if he's not really, the injury thing is just kind of a maintenance-related thing, he'll be fine. I think I like what I see from the Texans a little bit week 1. And the Colts look good, too, to be fair. But, yeah, I'm
It's the
going
best
to go
they've
with the
looked in
Texans.
years with
Yeah,
offense.
I guess. But the running back situation has been bad. Zach Moss comes back this week, so we'll see with him. But Deion Jackson was completely terrible. So I'm going to go with the Texans. Not very confident, though. I mean, it's just, both rebuilding teams out-taking each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even got an opinion. It's just like
In this situation,
Young
when-
teams.
When teams are like this bad, I'll always choose the better quarterback. In my opinion, I think Anthony Richardson is better than him right now, so I'll go with the Colts. And they got a better receiver, too, than Michael Pittman. So
And Nico Collins look nice, though.
Colts' defense ain't bad either. Nico Collins is nice. He's no Michael Pittman, though.
Texans have a good secondary, though. Derek Stingley, he's really good.
good.
So, we'll see. It'll be definitely up in
Battle
there.
of the bums.
Who you got, Gabe?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
man.
I don't
Take
think
a
I'm gonna
guess.
watch.
care.
Make a pick,
Take a
bro.
guess.
Okay.
It's not that hard. They're both very similar teams. Like, there's a 1
I
point.
saw a CJ Stroud clip, so I'm gonna pick him.
All right.
I'll go with the Colts.
He got fucked up,
Yeah, he did.
but he
know
knocked
which
the other
player
guy
you're talking
down.
about.
He knocked that other guy. The guy was in the infirmary, no, or something.
Damn.
Wasn't he?
No.
Wasn't he?
Put that
I know
nigga
what
on a
you're talking
stretcher.
I think so, because someone in my
show me.
comments roasted me for something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Next game, another battle of the bums, at least in terms of quarterback. Bears versus Buccaneers.
Bears are winning. Bears
I
are
don't
winning.
even know how Baker Mayfield has
Fields
a
is not
job.
We'll see.
The team sucks, but I don't even know how Baker Mayfield has a job. He
He's
shouldn't
good.
even.
He's playing.
Gotta win.
I know.
He's
I'm
okay.
So?
There's no reason he shouldn't be on an NFL.
He's
team.
okay. Yeah,
He
he's okay.
he deserves a
yeah.
job, I think.
Yeah, he definitely deserves a job. Not as a starter,
But I like the now. I like the symbol.
He's like a road man now. Road man.
As long as he keeps getting Mike Evans some touchdowns, man.
You know what?
Yeah,
Tampa
me.
Bay's favored by 2.5. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks, too.
They're gonna go
Oh my God.
2-0. The receivers are good. The Bears have a atrocious defense. Justin Fields can only check down, and even then, it's hard for him to do that sometimes. So
I need a
Really
30
don't
point,
like Justin
I need a
Fields,
30
man.
point
You're
Mike
really a
Evans
hater,
game.
huh?
I am a hater. He's just not. He doesn't have the vision. There was a play where they were showing him doing a rollout, and I think it was DJ Moore was wide open downfield. This fool checks down to who was it?
Khalil Herbert?
Khalil Herbert. Like DJ Moore wide open. He's looking at him. He puts his hands up.
Only 2 targets for DJ Moore.
He just doesn't read the field very well, and I don't know if that could be changed. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold or something, but it hasn't looked good. I'll just say that. And like you said, the Packers' defense last year wasn't that great. Against the Packers week 1, he didn't look good. And we'll see this week. He has a chance to redeem himself. But so far, based off last year, I didn't like him. This year, it hasn't been good. So I'm still waiting for him to prove me wrong. And I'm gonna go with the Bucks. They beat the Vikings. I know we turned the ball over like 400 times, but so can the Bears. So going with the Buccaneers.
I also am going with the Buccaneers. I think they're just better skill positions, better defense overall.
Their run defense is really good with
Yeah,
Levante David,
Vita Vea.
Antoine Winfield. Who else they got? Vita Vea. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you're definitely decent
Yeah.
defense.
So the only thing lacking with them last year was the offensive line, and then
Secondary a little bit.
and then that looked better this or last week. So if Baker Mayfield can get the ball to the right players, they'll be okay.
Get Mike
If
If he
Evans
can
some
take care
touches.
of the ball, they'll be fine.
Yeah, just listen to the game plan. It'll be all right.
You pick Bears, right?
The Bears are gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm,
okay.
going, I'm going with the
The
Bucks.
Bears are gonna win. Fields is gonna come out looking like a monster. You guys are gonna
No,
regret
he's
that
not.
watch.
You got Omari.
I got the
Yeah,
Bucks.
he said
I got
Bucks.
Mike Evans 3
So you all
touchdowns.
chose wrong. I just want to know, clarify. You all chose the wrong team to win.
But the Bears
Just
are
letting
going to go
y'all know.
like...
You want to
I-
spin the wheel
Just
again?
letting y'all know.
Another
What
spin?
wheel are you talking about? There's no wheel.
It's right
Okay,
there.
yeah,
Y'all pull
he's
it
not
out.
making that.
It's not even in. There's no wheel, guys. They're lying.
He'll spin it later.
You spun a
That's
wheel
for
on
sure.
the show before. They've seen the wheel.
They're not that far back.
Yeah, spin it. He'll
All
spin
right.
it after.
They
Next
haven't seen it.
game.
Well, Bez got to do some wheel spins.
We got
No,
more
let's move on.
IRLs.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I don't know what you're talking about there.
Isaac got to do some wheel spins too.
We all technically, I think, have some, except maybe Omari.
Nah, yeah, I don't have none.
I
Come the
think
best.
Omari has some. I think Omari has some wheel spins.
All right, move on.
Not from the IRLs.
Maybe Hassan too. Hassan might have some. Wheel
Hassan
spins.
had one
Hassan
from the
has
IRLs.
one from, yeah, he has one. All right, 49ers versus Rams. Rams at home. 49ers look real good, but Rams look better than expected.
Okay.
That sentence almost had me there. Bro had to.
They had me in the first half.
We're about to start talking.
Yeah, I got the Niners in this one. I do think the Rams will probably do better than what the line says. The 49ers are favored by 7 points, which is a whole touchdown. I think it could be closer. Puka Nakua on the injury report, not great. You casual bum.
You don't know who Puka
No, you don't
Nakua
know who
is?
Puka Nakua
He's
is?
their wide
What's his
receiver
name?
one. Wide receiver one.
Yeah, casual,
What
bro.
the
He's a demon.
He was going crazy week one,
Say
bro.
his
Wow,
name.
crazy.
Puka Nakua. What?
He's a demon.
Puka Nakua.
Puka Nakua, bro.
That is not a name.
Puka
I swear to
Nakua.
God.
Boy, what is the guy's
I'll
name
show
you
you.
said earlier today in the car?
Oh, that's for what, the Rams?
No, you said someone else's name. I don't know where he plays, but you said someone's funny name. I was laughing.
I can't remember.
I remember I said I can't say that name or I'll get canceled.
Oh, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Oh.
That is. There's no way these names are real, bro.
Yeah, man. He doesn't know about the new guy.
That's
He's
true.
nice
Names
as
are
hell.
crazy.
Not
let's,
them working.
let's try and say his name.
Who?
Did you
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Crazy name.
Njigba.
See, I'm not.
He's not gonna slip up, huh?
I'm on that shit.
He's on point, on his
I
piece.
know my
P's and
NFL
Q's.
stuff now. You
These
know.
names are crazier than those rapper names. Have you all heard of the rapper names?
Like who?
Oh, who's a crazy one?
Lil
Someone's
Jordan
like
Humphrey.
Balthazar or something. No,
Lil Jordan Hunt is a crazy
He
first
got a
name.
touchdown too.
Yeah, he actually played okay.
Lil Jordan.
Who else? We got
Isn't 21 Savage's name kind of funny?
I don't know.
Future's name's pretty long too.
Isn't Cardi B's name like crazy? long?
Quavius is crazy, by the way.
Quavius.
Sir Quavius.
All right, so 49ers Rams. Again, I said it might be closer than what the line suggests, but I still got the 49ers winning. Too many weapons. Defense too good.
Offense
You know,
too good.
I think they're gonna put up 50 on them.
coaching too good. Like
Yeah.
it's it's gonna be a mismatch, but you know, maybe not be as one-sided as the line suggests.
Niners are home too. Shea bin Abraham Joseph is 21 Savage.
That's 21 Savage's name.
Shea.
British name right there.
He's Haitian, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. So
Red coat type
makes
of name.
sense.
What do y'all
Yeah,
got?
so I
49ers?
got the 49ers winning. I think they're just way too good in every position and better than the Rams. Rams are hurt right now with their best wide receiver being out too. So as you said, I think it'll be a bit closer, but 49ers are just gonna win.
I think the Niners put up like 50 points on them niggas. So
I wouldn't be surprised. Brandon Ayuk
Yeah,
took
me
a
neither.
jump. He looks really good out there.
I need them to shit on them just
He
for,
might be their wide receiver one.
He definitely is. They just use him in the
He
passing
is.
game more than the other two at this
Debo,
point.
yeah.
I need,
Debo's
I
so
need
good.
Debo to get more
Because he's
work.
better. He's way better after the catch than Debo. Debo's kind of like a bruising. You know, they hand him the ball, they kind of get him.
Debo's hard to tackle.
Yeah, but Ayuk is slippery. He can hurdles over people.
Yeah,
so
more shifty.
yeah,
Man, they're really good, bro.
they are really good.
I'm telling you, I got them going to the bowl.
Yeah, I think
It's not a bad.
They have a
pick.
good shot.
It's
They
not
have a
bad
really
pick,
good
bro.
shot.
Yeah.
I agree.
Niners 3-2 game.
Yes, sir.
I had
My
Niners
new
Bills,
favorite
right?
player. My new favorite wide
Purdy
receiver.
hasn't lost a full game since he's played.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
insane.
He's a demon.
decent, bro.
He's nice. That's why I'm behind on him. Just
He
in
makes the
general.
right play. We just don't know
He's
how
hella
far he
smart.
can go.
Brock the
Oh,
clock.
yeah.
Clock.
We'll see it
figure
when
it out in
against
the
those
playoffs.
elite QBs is the real question. Like he's
Yeah,
gonna get it.
playoffs.
He's gonna get them to the playoffs easily, but it's
Yeah,
you
you
know,
always need a elite QB to get over the hump and win it all.
but
I
maybe
think,
not.
Yeah, I think
We'll
they
see.
might have like. I think
maybe he
I
is
believe
elite.
in Brock honestly. So
I
I think
don't
that
know.
like
Yeah.
they filled a good hole.
Elite
like,
is
with-
too much for Purdy, but
Not
he could be
elite.
good enough to win. I think
Yeah,
I mean,
they've
we'll
won
see.
with Joe Flacco. I
Definitely
think he
better
could be
than-
that good. Like that's
Flacco's
not
pretty
crazy.
good.
Better than
that year.
Garoppolo
that
and shit.
defense was outstanding.
He could be as good as like Eli Manning. Eli Manning wasn't elite. He was just
Yeah.
pretty good, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So I think that could be Brock Purdy, especially with the weapons and the defense and the coaching. Like he's in a perfect
This is the year for
situation.
them. If not, then Shanahan might get fired if he doesn't get.
Nah, hell no.
It wasn't even their fault last year, bro. Brock got injured. Like you can't even account
Yeah,
that.
they
And
lost
Everybody
because
got
they
injured.
ran out of
They had an NFL
QBs.
generated player come on.
Just
to the
never
field,
gets
bro.
over the hump though. I mean, the Trey Lance thing was pretty bad.
they had a doo-doo shirt. Come on.
But that's
Dude,
on the
yeah,
GM.
that's
That's
what
not
I'm
on the
saying.
coach.
Bro,
I
they
mean,
almost played
they're both
CMC
get
at quarterback
fired.
last year in the
I don't think
playoffs.
so.
Hip
That's a
hip.
little too much.
Yeah,
bro.
CMC set up with a helmet.
As a GM, you're not going to take on the other person's coach.
You're not firing a coach that's consistently getting you to the playoffs, the NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl.
I mean,
once.
how long is the window? If you keep doing the same thing over and over
Monty
and over
Williams
again,
be like-
They haven't fired Bill
He's
Belichick.
going
I
to the
mean,
playoffs, get
he had
out of
Tom
here.
Brady, but they haven't fired Bill
I'm tired of
Belichick. He hasn't
because
done
he's winning
shit.
chips.
He hasn't done shit since Brady left.
He'll
though.
get fired soon.
Okay, I mean, I
You think
guess.
he's going to stay there forever?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
That
I think
is-
he'll want to go to a team that's winning. We'll see
I
what
don't
happens
know.
with the Patriots, but I think he's going to leave soon.
I don't
Year or
believe
two.
so.
If they don't make the playoffs this year, like, what's the point? It's been
Because
3
he
years, man.
controls that team. He's like the head of that team. So why would he leave? He can do whatever he wants there.
I mean, he's getting exposed for not being the coach we thought he was.
I don't think he's getting exposed. They have
Dude,
a
he's
good
never been to the
defense
playoffs.
How's he
every
getting
year.
exposed?
Okay, he's
Wait,
only
what?
good at defense, though.
Okay.
And they keep losing games.
They're not going to fire him. I put money on that.
All right, we'll make a. I think.
I think if they
he's
like
stepping
lost in
off,
the first round
like-
or something. No, I think if they got first round or
no,
something.
they're not even going to make the playoffs. They won't make the playoffs for
Who?
next year.
Who?
The Patriots.
Oh, my
Oh,
bad, my bad. I thought you were still talking about the Niners.
No, no.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
bro, we were talking about the Niners.
But even
Yeah,
though
I
you're still
still
talking
think what's his
about,
name might get fired
Shannon.
if they don't make it.
Nah, that's crazy.
Nah.
If they get to
I mean,
like the NFC.
This isn't the NBA. It's not like NFL coaches get fired after 1 year of being bad. Like it's not like
I'm
that.
just saying, like, if you keep reaching the same point over and over and over again, do you still think a person? I mean, Mike Tomlin's been.
If you're getting in playoffs, I don't know what the problem is, Huss. Isn't the whole point to get as far as you can? Like,
not
to
with the
make it-
roster they have,
Dude, Mike Tomlin hasn't won a Super Bowl in like 10 years, and he's been the
Yeah.
coach.
Only
for a
one
long
team
time.
wins, Huss.
But
Only
that,
one team
that
wins the bowl.
organization has always kept. They've only had like two
You don't-
coaches, I think.
Okay, well the Niners stay good with Shanahan, so why would they fire him? Same thing with Tomlin. Yeah, Tomlin may not be getting you Super Bowls, but he's getting you 9 wins at least
Yeah,
every
with
year. So
doo-doo
same thing with
teams, like
Shanahan,
but Shanahan like has a top 2 team in the league, top 3,
and they usually do well.
but never get over the hump. We'll see.
They will this year.
Bro,
I
Brock
hope
got
so.
injured last year. Relax.
Yeah,
Like,
they made it to hella NFC
But
Championship
before that,
games.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's not like these
Before
fools
that,
are getting first
Jimmy
rounded
sucks.
every year.
Niggas booty.
I'm just saying they made it to the Super Bowl and didn't get it done.
I think
made it to the
that
conference AFC last 2 years ago too. Didn't get done with Jimmy G.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
been 3
I'm
years.
But
I
give
think
him,
I,
give him
that's
Brock.
what
That's the whole
I
point
think
of Brock
that-
being here.
Yeah, I
Give
think
him
that
Brock.
Brock Purdy is a good.
Give him Brock's better than
He's
Jimmy
the
G.
same,
Yeah,
he's the
he
same
is.
player.
He's
What?
better. Oh, you tripping?
No,
Jimmy
hell
Brock-
no.
You know, I'm talking about like
Hassan.
skill set wise.
No,
like,
he's
it's
not.
the
He,
same dude.
Hassan.
Jimmy G. They didn't want to throw him.
Jimmy
they
G
didn't want
turns
him
the
to throw
ball
it-
over way
You
more
already
than
knew
Brock
They
Jimmy
didn't want
Purdy,
him to
bro.
throw it past 10
Even
yards.
I know this, and I ain't even watching that long. But come on.
You see what
It's the
Brock
same
was giving to
concepts.
fucking Ayuk? He's dotting that hoe.
Ayuk was wide open.
But
Yes,
he's
last
getting
week.
open. But still, he's down
see him-
dots.
Still throwing
crossed-
dots. What, you act
Jimmy's not
Bro,
throwing
I
that.
could have threw that to Ayuk.
Oh my
Don't
god.
use that example. I could have threw
Oh
that to
my
Ayuk.
god, Husky, you don't know how to throw a football.
You know, yeah, I said we would.
Yeah, you
we
gotta
gotta
go out
for
there
real.
and record
Bro's
that.
never
I throw
played
better than
quarterback.
you.
Come on, Gabe.
100%.
We
You
gotta-
can
we
play
gotta-
tomorrow. What's up?
Tomorrow where?
At Beeman.
I got
Yeah, pull up
Oh,
to the
yeah,
cards,
okay,
bro.
see?
Yeah, I can't. I
see?
got some.
Yeah, don't
I
talk.
guarantee you, I doubt better than you.
No,
I
you
guarantee.
don't.
I'll put money on it.
I said I was down to play. If we can get it.
I don't think we have numbers, but
I'm playing flag football at school actually, so I'm
Are you?
getting it in there.
all right, we got to see some footage there.
Yeah, I
You gotta
got
get
to
us into the SRC so we can go hoop.
Yeah,
We can
I
do some
could.
video runs.
We could do it.
Those
People
gotta
are-
happen.
Yeah,
Wasn't
both
it? Isn't
of
it
you
like
guys
it wasn't
go.
like $10 or something?
It
Where?
is,
I'm going tomorrow.
intramurals, yeah, it's
Actually.
$10.
Where
For
at?
the guest pass.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
about
like
guest
$10.
pass.
10, 20, something like that.
But Gabe, you go to season right now?
Both of them.
Me?
do, Yeah, so
Yeah, I
both
go to
get
see
in.
some.
Yeah,
I go
so
to
we
see
just
some.
pull up, bro.
Isn't it an alumni shit though?
No, but it's expensive. You have to pay for a membership.
Oh, like how much is it though?
A lot, I heard.
Oh, that's
Last time
crazy.
I
Never
heard.
mind.
What if you
It's
just
been a
tried
couple years.
Fuck the
scanning your
niggas.
old number? Like I'm
Yeah, you
sure.
can scan a
I never
friends
even
or something
signed
like
up.
that.
What scan?
No,
what?
but it's
I got
like
nothing
you just
scan.
you just go in there and you
Oh,
go to
no.
the
Yeah,
app
your
and scan your
ID.
student ID.
Nah,
and
that
then-
won't work.
Why not?
Because they
Because
be
you're not on the
sticklers. They're
system no
hoes
more.
about it.
Yes, you are. You were a student there. How long ago was the last time you were there? Like a year, two?
No,
Nah,
3
we-
years.
Oh
Yeah, we've
damn.
been-
Maybe for him. What about you? 2 years? 1 year?
A year.
Okay, maybe him. I don't know. You probably not.
But I never signed up for it in the first place. Like I didn't even have a school
Oh, yeah,
ID.
so then you
Because
won't
my
even
shit
have
was
it.
like most of my.
Plus, you're in there during COVID, right? The last
Yeah,
few years.
most of my
Oh.
last couple years were in COVID.
I don't think you
I had
need.
one
You
semester
got
on
to sign up
campus.
first.
I don't think you need you need to sign up.
Yeah,
you have to sign
gotta
up,
put
like,
your
register and
hand
shit.
signatures.
No, they don't have that no more.
Oh, for real?
It's just you download the SRC app. There's a barcode on there with your
Oh,
student
really?
ID and you scan it.
Damn.
So
Me
it
and
might
Hassan,
work, bro.
They was trying. They was hoeing, not
Man, just
hoeing
get
us,
a
but
black
they would give us
students
such
and
a hard time
yeah,
when we were trying to
before.
get our guest passes and shit. Like,
No, trust me. Like I won't show you right now, but you just log in
Yeah, I know what
into
you're
your
talking
CSUN account, and maybe it'll just be there. Like you
Yeah.
could try. I don't know if it'll work, but you could give it a shot maybe.
Yeah, why not?
bro. Side note. I remember back when me and Hassan used to play at the SRC. Me and Lorena used to like go places around Northridge a lot, and then I went to a bonbon. And I didn't know who this nigga was at the register.
Was it
He
Richie?
was like, nah, dude, that would be so crazy, right? Like, but nah, it wasn't Richie. But he was like, oh, like, you go to see son? And I'm like, nah. He was like, but do you hoop there? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, dude, you're a shooter. And I was there with Lorena. I'm like,
That's crazy.
Of course you remember
I'm
that
like,
story.
damn, yeah. I'm like, they know me in these northern streets. I wasn't even a student yet. I was going to Valley.
One time I was at the gym, and you know I was in that Shaq commercial for Papa John's.
Oh, yeah.
And I dapped him up. Someone from the gym was like, "Hey, weren't you in that team too?"
No way, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, that's just saying to
No, if you recognize somebody off a
But
commercial,
yeah, I noticed you there because you played at the SRC, and I was only in there for like 3 frames.
Oh,
that's what I'm
God,
saying.
yeah,
Like,
one little-
a
yeah,
cameo? No way. That's like,
crazy.
bro, I was in the back walking in the Hunger Games.
Oh, man. No, man, you just see one back and walking down the street. Was you in that commercial?
Bro, you were pedestrian number 3. I saw you, bro.
I'd be insane. That's more insane, honestly.
that was crazy.
That's funny as hell. That's crazy. They were really riding your dick right there. Crazy me riding.
Much love.
I know that guy.
Much love. Appreciate it.
You got fans, bro. You got fans.
Yeah.
Dap him up.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
let's
who's
move on to the next game. This will be interesting. We talked about it a little bit. Jets, Cowboys. Cowboys at home, 8.5-point favorites. I'm going Cowboys here. Zach Wilson just not going to get it done.
8.5-point favorite.
God,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But, Zach Wilson,
Jets
I
might
don't
have
think
won
he
some
has
suit
enough.
up.
Yeah.
He'll have to do something against this team because they're good enough that, you can't just rely on your defense the whole game unless Dak.
Or running the football
know.
either, too.
Yeah, they have a good D-line with Micah Parsons,
Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence. So it's going to be tough. Zach Wilson's going to have to do something, and I just don't believe he will. So
Yeah.
Cowboys winning this one.
The only way I see the Jets probably winning this is like pick 6 stuff because Dak's a turnover machine
Yeah,
as well.
if he just hands them.
Same Josh Allen situation, I'd say. Is
Yeah.
the only way they could win that.
And they could because Dak is the type of person to throw
Yeah.
a lot of picks. So
Yeah, but other than that, I think the Cowboys are just too good this year. Or
I feel like Dak is like
Roster-wise.
the worst part of their entire team.
it is.
Like,
he is.
It depends on him to win it all, which is like says a lot because he's better than most quarterbacks in the league. But we'll see if he's can get him over the hump because it's going to depend on him to win games. This is versing like the Eagles, 49ers. It's all
Yeah.
QB based matchup for that, and if he can't get that done, then it's over. Because last year I think he threw 2 interceptions against the 49ers and lost.
I don't know.
So-
He just wasn't good in general.
Yeah, he threw interceptions losing the game.
I feel like he's just never good enough. Like I feel like they got to move
Yeah.
on soon.
I think he
We'll
has 2 more
see. We'll
years
see.
left.
He has some time, to prove himself still.
Yeah, this is the year.
How old is he?
30, 29, something like that.
Yeah,
Nah, trade
this
that
is
nigga. They should just waive him.
yours.
Imagine.
He got
No,
it,
you
dude.
can't waive QBs. You get like
nah.
40 million of dead cap.
Yeah,
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's just insane. You can't waive QBs.
he deserves it too, I guess. The money. Who you got?
You know who I got. You say, Huss. Who would I got? Who was I saying about in the car? Who's gonna have a masterclass performance?
Zach Wilson? No
Yes,
way.
he is. And listen, let me tell you this right now. Zach Wilson is going to prove every hater wrong that's been hating on him for like the past year. Granted, yes,
All
he
of
did
them?
not prove his.
It's a lot of.
No,
niggas.
maybe like 50%.
That's a lot.
That's
Keep
me
going,
sleeping
keep
on
going.
Zach Wilson right there.
Because Zach Wilson has been given a chance. This is his last chance to do anything relevant in the league before he's gone. So if he doesn't prove himself this season, he's out. And I think he's going to prove himself.
Hard.
Therefore, Zach Wilson is going to turn up.
What's the
He's
stat
gonna
line
pa-
against the Cowboys? Predict the stat line, yeah.
Like his stat line?
Yeah, predict the stat
Oh.
line against the Cowboys.
He's going to have like 287 yards. He's going to throw 35 times. He's going to have one in. I can see it.
They're going to let
many
Zach Wilson
touchdowns?
throw
He's gonna go
35
11
times.
11
Yeah,
for
they're gonna-
35.
He's gonna feed
Against the
Garrett Wilson.
Cowboys?
He's
Shoot
gonna
up.
feed Garrett Wilson, and it's gonna. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. And
making me a
Brees Hall might have a
believer.
good game.
He's
Is
making
he,
me a believer.
is he going to feed Trayvon Diggs too?
He's gonna beat and Stephon Gilmore.
Trevor Diggs is not gonna. Okay, he might pick him once, but hey,
They need- they need
I said
Deion
I gave him
Sanders.
one. I gave him one pick, so
He's making me a believer.
They need Dion to do their PR.
We
do
coming.
their marketing. Yeah.
We
Everybody will
here.
believe.
We're not coming. We here.
Yes, Jets.
Nah, Jets is gonna get smacked. I think Zach Wilson is probably going. If he does throw 35 times, it'll be like
They'll probably lose.
10 for 35, 2 picks.
I actually don't think he'll throw 35
A fumble
times the whole
just
season. Like, no matter what.
You don't want him to throw it. That's a bad. That means bad things happened if he threw 35
You're
times.
down. You're down like 30 points if,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
Zach
crazy,
Wilson's throwing
yeah.
that many times.
That definitely
Like-
means
That
you're
probably won't
down a
happen.
lot.
I don't think any team will score 30 on this team, on the Jets defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Just
tough.
stats.
30 is a lot of points.
Yeah, maybe the Chiefs is the only team I could see.
Even then.
No, that's the only. I'm saying that's the only reason they would have Zach Wilson throwing that much.
Yeah.
Like, trying to come back from $1 million.
All right, next game: Commanders Broncos. Broncos at home, 3.5-point favorites, but I am going with the Commanders. They looked not great against Cardinals week 1, but I'm still hopeful. I think Sam Howell, maybe just first game nerves. They got Jahan Dotson. Terry McLaurin played week 1, which we didn't know if he would. Brian Robinson looks pretty good as their RB1. I think the Broncos also not great. They're already pretty injured. I mean, Jerry Jeudy will come back this week, but, Brian Browning, what's his name? Baron Browning, my bad, out for first few weeks, which doesn't help their pass rush.
No
So,
Dulcich either is out.
yeah, Greg Dulcich out. One less weapon for Russ, which he kind of could have used last week, I guess, scoring 16 points. So, I'm going with the Commanders on the road, beating the Broncos. Sean Payne era starts 0-2.
I got the Broncos winning this one. Them at home. I think Sean Payton is not going to go down 0-2. I think with Judy coming back, it opens up the offense, and I think he's probably their primary receiver. And me personally, I think they're going to feed him like he did with Michael Thomas and Drew Brees. Granted, Russell Wilson right now is no Drew Brees, but I think they're trying to get him the ball as much as possible. And I think Jerry Jeudy will have a really good game and lead them to a win. Plus, I don't believe in Howell. What I saw, I actually watched the Cardinals game because I have fantasy players on that team.
Crazy.
And Howell was making a lot of bad decisions.
Mentally challenged.
I watched the
I don't
Cardinals
believe
Oh,
in him.
actually, one more thing. Chase Young's playing this week, too.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
He's going to
I
help
don't
them
know
a
how
lot.
healthy he'll look. So
Yeah, but still,
his presence,
he will help.
His aura.
His aura. His aura.
All right. Yeah, so I got the Broncos.
All right.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's ride. That's all you got to say.
That's all you gotta say.
Nah, I believe in my guy Russ.
Let Russ cook.
Yeah, hopefully Russ is gonna cook, but
Best down 3-1.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll
He'll
see.
come back.
I will have this
yeah,
one.
he got the underdogs.
All right, next game, Dolphins versus Patriots. Patriots at home. They are underdogs by 2.5 points.
Dolphins putting up 50.
Tua has never lost to them. 4-0.
I will go with the Dolphins here, but I think it won't be as high of a scoring game as it was last week because Patriots do have a really good defense, so I think they'll kind of limit Tua. I don't think that'll stop him from getting his. And, Patriots threw a lot last week, but we saw this week again. I mean, the Vikings have a good offense, but their defense, their secondary, especially of the Eagles, was not that great. So Mac Jones was able to air it out to Kendrick Bourne, who looked like Justin Jefferson last week. And so because of that, the Dolphins will still get theirs. The Patriots still will get theirs against against the Dolphins, but I think their defense is good. Dolphins, though, the offense too lethal. Raheem Mostert, we saw it with Tyreek Hill did, Jalen Waddle. Tua's looking good. I think they take this one.
I also have the Dolphins winning. I think Tyreek will have not that great of a game because Bill Belichick always takes away your best weapon. But I think Jalen Waddle will be the guy to take over.
Thank God.
Like you said, Raheem Mostert's in the backfield. Tua's throwing you the ball. I think Mike McDaniels is one of the best coaches. So offensively, I think they'll get it done. Plus Tua's undefeated against him. I think he'll go 5-0 as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Miami.
Bro made a good case.
I think the Dolphins is gonna shit on them. I'm probably a huge Tyreek fan. I'm trying to think. Tyreek might be like my favorite player in the league currently, but
It's good.
I think that I do agree with Hassan, mostly because I have to cope because I haven't played against him in fantasy. I don't want that nigga to
It's
have
true, though.
45 points, and I
He
do think.
won't.
Hopefully, I just hope he like
2 weeks in a row
if he
would
can
be
get his
crazy.
average.
Yeah, that
Cool,
was it.
I might, but I think that just in general, like even if they take away,
He's going to
Tyreek-
get like 20 plus. You just don't want him
Yeah.
to like go for 40.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Off straight targets though. That's like for fantasy wise, but
But I think
game-wise,
they have
it
too
won't
many
be.
weapons in general. Like
Yeah.
Mostert played really well too. Like for them not having like they're not even needing a crazy running game. Like, Mostert played well.
A-Chain hasn't played yet either. I think he'll be better. He's one back removed from his injuries.
He was a healthy scratch week
Yeah.
1, so we'll see if they
Yeah.
use him this week.
Hopefully.
But so yeah, I got the Dolphins.
And then we got 2 Monday night games this week. First, we got Saints at Panthers. New Orleans 3-point favorites. Now, I still think I'm going Saints here, but I think the Panthers will look a lot better because they're playing against a little less good of a defense.
Really?
At least I think so. At least make things easier on Bryce Young with the run game. The the Falcons have a really good run defense, and Saints do too. But I think it'll be a little easier, take some pressure off him. First game for a rookie is also just tough against like safety like Jesse Bates, who one of the biggest signings of the free agency.
player.
I still think Saints will win. I think Bryce Young, still rookie, still learning, but week 2 should be easier for him. He played already 1 divisional game. Now he gets to reprieve that, go to a second one against the Saints. It's a Monday game. Still no Alvin Kamara. But I do think the Saints have enough weapons to take over. Chris Olave, they got Juwan Johnson. I think Jamal Williams will have a really good game because we saw what the Falcons running backs did last week. They ate on this Panthers
Different,
defense.
though.
So I think Jamal will have a good game. If Kendre Miller plays, he'll have somewhat of a role. I think you still got Rashid Shaheed, who made a lot of plays last week. He's really good for them. So
Yeah.
I think
Rashid
Derek
Shaheed.
Carr looked decent. So I think Saints pull it out, but I actually do think the Panthers will make it interesting this week.
I think the Saints are going to win for everything that you said, but I don't think the Panthers will be close.
Hater.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get blown out too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who you got?
Who's the home team?
Saints. Right? Saints are home?
No, Panthers are home.
Oh,
Saints.
all right.
What? You don't sound very confident.
No,
Are you sure?
hey.
Like-
Hey, if the Panthers win, no, I said, well, I didn't call them winning, but I said it would be close. So
They do need to target Thielen a bit more, I'd say. Not
think-
just because I have him in fantasy, but I mean, like, they're paying him so much money, He's definitely their best receiver also.
Hayden Hurst got a lot of looks.
Yeah, and that's not going to win you games, sadly. Hayden Hurst is a good player, but
I think Bryce
getting
Young
your
will
tight
look
end
better
that many
this week.
targets, it's not good. Then you said the run defense also. Miles Sanders is okay, but I mean, he's not top tier.
He got to do better. He got to do better.
Yeah,
That's for
so.
sure. But it'll be
Whole
easier
team's
this
just
week.
handicapped.
Huh?
Whole team's handicapped skill wise.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just unfortunate. They
Tough to
need
put
better
that
skill
player in a better
positions.
like Bryce Young in a better position with the players.
I think he will be better though himself. Like he made some rookie mistakes week 1 that I don't think he'll make
Jesse
this week.
Bates not punked him, but he baited him.
He
into
baited
a
him,
lot of
yeah,
stuff,
yeah. So you got to learn from those, which I think he will.
Yeah, same here.
Maybe not even this week, but as the season goes on, he'll get better. I
Yeah,
think.
easily.
So then the next game is Browns at Steelers.
It's gonna be a good
Cleveland
one.
is
Gonna be the
2.5
Browns.
point favorites. Personally, I don't want to go with the Steelers just because, well, for the Browns, they look really good week 1, especially their defense. Steelers didn't look good week 1, but considering the situation, Steelers played one of, if not the best teams in the league in the 49ers. Browns went up against Joe Burrow, who, as we all know, doesn't play great week 1, also coming off that hamstring injury. Didn't really play a lot in training camp at all, so just thrust him in there.
Preseason, all right.
Who?
Joe
No,
Burrow.
no,
I mean,
not
he
at
wasn't
all.
going to regardless. So.
Yeah, and Deshaun, for what it's worth, he didn't look that good. He missed a lot of throws. The only reason they kind of ended up running away with that game was the run game, and as well as just Joe Burrow being bad. The offense couldn't do shit, so they just had to keep punting the ball. And once you get enough tries, you're going to score, which they ended up scoring. You know, it wasn't like a 40 point
It's a
score
testament of
fest.
how good their team is, though.
Yeah, their defense is really good, which does concern me about the Steelers are going up against another good defense. Myles Garrett is doing basketball moves out there. He's
Yeah,
about
what
doing
the
the
heck
same
was that?
thing.
Bro, bro's doing crossover hezzies.
Taunting.
He cost
Taunting
niggas
them.
up.
Yeah.
No Deontay Johnson is gonna hurt.
No Cam Hayward either.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with the Browns, but I think the Steelers could win. Being at home, their defense is really good. T.J. Watt did get to Brock Purdy a few times last week, which their defense is gonna be good. You said no Cam Hayward is hurting them in the secondary. They do have Minka and good safeties, but corners iffy. But I don't think the Browns receivers are as good as the 49ers are. So I could see the Steelers winning this, but I'm not confident in the Steelers offense, although I'm not confident in the Browns offense either. I think this might be a low-scoring game that the Browns pull out just because they have the better defense.
Yeah, I got the Browns here. I think their defense is really good. I think they're like a tier below the 49ers in terms of who they have. They got Denzel Ward out there. Like you said, Myles Garrett crossing people up. So
It's a Davion. It's a Darius Smith. Sorry,
Darius Smith.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he's on the
Jesus
line
Christ.
over there too. So that defense is really good. Chubb, self-explanatory. He's one of the best running backs in the league. And then you get another game of Deshaun Watson coming back from what happened. So I think that. And then I like their receiving core too. Omari Cooper, Elijah Moore, David Njoku's pretty underrated. His skill set as well. And with the big injuries that they have with Cam Hayward, that's going to hurt their defense. And Deontay Johnson is going to hurt. That's going to hurt their offense a lot. Him being out for 4 weeks, me personally, I think that he was their best receiver. Now you get a chance to see what Pickens looks like, and we'll see if Pickett is good against another good defense. Their running game is a bit weaker to me. I don't think Najee is as good as advertised. Jalen Warren is okay, but their running game is not going to be as good as I think it is. So I got Browns winning this one.
I like how Browns looked last week. I'm gonna give it to the Browns. I mean, this is off like what I'm seeing like in week 1. I know Steelers didn't play good, but as Beth said, they did versus one of the best teams in the NFL, in the 49ers. And Browns,
They just stopped Joe Burrow.
They did stop Joe Burrow, so I'm gonna give them the edge on this one because Kenny Pickett I don't think he's near Joe Burrow at all. So I mean, if they're able to keep Joe under 100 yards, I don't see why they wouldn't, make it hard on Kenny. Like
Plus, they
It was
don't have the
also
same
raining in
receivers.
that game too, so
Yeah.
maybe
yeah, there
consider
was
that.
weather. So I mean, I'll give it to the Browns. I liked how they looked week 1. I like their defense. I mean, Deshaun could play better than week 1 too, which I expect.
Yeah.
Like there's some shit like Bez was saying, like he wasn't even. He had one int that looked really funny. Like he literally underthrew it like Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he just threw
That
it
one
to
was
the
crazy. I
straight
saw a
to the
meme where
Bengals
they were like
defender.
longest throws in the NFL. I'm like, that meme was funny. So, but yeah, Deshaun could play better than week 1, and I see the Browns winning this game. Honestly.
Every game under his belt is going to be a better one than before.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Yeah, I got the Browns. I'm hoping that the Steelers have a better game just in general. Obviously, they played the 49ers. I hope that Najee gets some more work. I need that nigga to have more points. But, but I think the Browns are just a better team right now. And I feel like they haven't even, they're not close to their ceiling, and they're already looking pretty nice. So I feel like they'll continue to improve. Like you said, Deshaun, I'm sure with each game, Russ is going to come off, and he's just going to play better each game. So
Elijah Moore got open a lot too. Deshaun just couldn't hit him. Like in week 1, he just threw.
Got to build that chemistry.
Yeah,
It'll
so
get there.
That's what I do like that about. I'm not high on Elijah Moore, but I do like what I saw from him week 1, and that hopefully Deshaun could throw accurate passes to him this
Good thing
week.
about that team though is their running game is so good that you don't have to ask Deshaun to do much.
Yeah.
But if you do, he's capable of doing
It's more so for the playoffs is like when he has to step it up. But that's if they're gonna be good in the regular season for sure. So that was our week 1 predictions or week 2 predictions. My bad.
Let's see how many we get right. Start
I'm
keeping
going
track.
100%, guys.
I don't even know.
about
I don't even know what we got to keep track because last week we did
we
these.
should
I
have
don't
a
remember.
whiteboard
Yeah.
On the back, that'll be fine.
Dude,
be
Dollar
good.
Tree has these $1 whiteboards. They're like this big.
I have
With a marker
whiteboard at
eraser,
home.
and then we can have our own names and be and we'll.
We got to bring
tick
it here
off.
and just keep it here so
Yeah.
that when we come in
I'll
next
buy
time
some.
we gotta.
I'll buy like 5.
I have a whiteboard.
I don't know if we need that much, but
Bring that here.
because we can write like just two. Just write
Okay.
2 on each. Like we're
Yeah,
not gonna. It's not gonna take up every
We could
whole
we could do
whiteboard.
things with games. We could just.
It's only
flip it over,
22
like,
weeks.
So more might be better for all of us.
Yeah, we could do more trivia because we haven't done those episodes. Are really good. Did pretty well. So
And it'll be good if we
especially
write it down.
since we've grown a little bit, maybe those will do a lot better too.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go to trivia. Some NBA news.
Yes, sir. Yes,
A
sir.
little bit.
We're gonna talk about-
Start off with Vando extension. He
Big
got
money.
4 years, $48 million. I think it's a pretty fair contract for him. I mean, Lakers continuing their phenomenal
Gabe's
offseason.
back.
The Vandalorian.
The energy's back for Gabe.
I love Vando.
Lakers. Where am I?
Hey,
where
hey,
we go?
Lakers
He deserves it.
A plus offseason,
Deserves
baby.
it.
Re-signing all these guys, getting these guys on cheap contracts, bringing in Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish for basically nothing, keeping the core dudes, and gonna have hopefully healthy LeBron and AD next season. We're looking good, baby.
I saw that Rich Paul.
Christy,
this
big come up
offseason-
for Christy. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
I saw Rich Paul this offseason signed $900 million worth of players.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
insane.
that.
He's cooking, bro.
Yeah.
You want to be a clutch client if you're an NBA player. Seems like
So
getting this
how
guy's
long is
paid.
the window for these players? Because you guys signed them pretty long term. Rui like 2 years, right? Rui 2 years.
We
D'Lo,
got
2
we
years?
got him at least for the next 2 seasons. Besides LeBron, every guy we re-signed. We extended AD obviously too, so everybody's there for at least the next 2 seasons. Obviously, guys like Reddish, Wood, and Hayes, guys that just have proven
Yeah, like
contracts.
the core people. Though.
Yeah, everybody's there for at least 2 more
Reeves
seasons.
is 4 too, right?
Yeah, Reeves got 4. I think Rui got 3. D'Lo got 2. So Hayes gonna be the guy. Vincent got 3, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the
Torian Prince got 1. He's the
last
only
stretch.
guy that.
last stretch of the LeBron era right here.
I'm-
the
I'm
team
ready
that you
for
have
it,
right
bro.
But
now.
Chip
I'm
coming,
very
chip coming.
confident.
100% chip coming.
Even if when LeBron leaves, we're gonna get another star. I'm pretty confident because it's
Yeah.
LA.
Who
Giannis
would you
been
predict?
talking crazy.
He's
Oh,
not
God.
going to LA.
Giannis said, please.
Giannis
LA,
and AD would be. Ooh,
Please let me
I
come over
doubt it.
there.
I think he's gonna go to a team with a guard.
I
if he
predict
leaves.
I think we need
Anthony
a
Edwards.
superstar guard.
Anthony Edwards. to
Anthony
LA.
I've
Edwards would
said
be a
that.
Laker.
I've said that, but you've heard me say
That'd be
that.
fire.
That'd be
I
fire.
can see that happening.
The 2 Anthonys.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, Edwards is the perfect pick.
Trey Young's been rumored to the Lakers too.
I
So
don't
Oh, you
want
guys
him.
will hate him.
I don't want him.
I think you guys
yeah.
will love
We
him.
will hate him. I know we will.
Unless they keep like all those defensive wings and can actually successfully hide them on defense.
I mean,
It's hard.
AD is the
It's not gonna
perfect
work.
player to
Well,
put
it's
with
not
Trey
gonna
Young.
work. That is
So
true.
that,
hard to
it's
hide
not
him,
the
though, man.
worst thing. Especially if he just comes here his own free will and we don't trade anything. But
Yeah.
we'll
I
see.
saw like Team USA, Austin Reeves is getting targeted. Maybe that'll be implemented into NBA games too, defensively.
I
So,
think he has AD back there. We got Vando. We got Torian Prince. I think he'll be fine.
we got better interior defenders though, or perimeter defenders like D. Schroeder, MVP, FIBA MVP right there.
He's
Good
the
defender.
best
greatest player in the world. Yeah.
And Dylan Brooks dropped 40. What do you want to talk about? So
I'm just saying, Dennis Schroeder's a good defender, so
yeah,
he might be
he's
stealing
a pest.
minutes.
He's a pest.
Gabe Vincent is.
Wait,
not
you
that
said
bad.
what?
Stealing minutes from Austin Reeves.
Wait, what?
What?
Dennis Schroeder can steal minutes from Austin Reeves.
Why would he do that on the
Crazy?
Raptors?
Oh yeah, he's not on the team.
Buddy, I was
anymore,
like,
Damn,
what is this
bro.
man talking about?
huh?
Yeah, he really needs the NBA talk back.
There we go. I know. Come back, please.
Yeah, he's lost. He forgot.
Nah, dude, I can't. I feel
I
like
got Gabe Vincent.
now that
He'll-
sports is coming
yeah,
back.
back to me, he's coming back.
It's
Now that
remembering.
sports is coming back, I feel like things is better with the world. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this summer,
Life's good, you know what I
summer
mean?
should be so hot. Should be so hot. This shit is not fun. Like,
Unless you want to watch baseball.
No,
yeah,
I'm good.
nobody care about that shit. But yeah,
Going
now that
Dodgers.
sports is coming back, I feel like we're gonna be in our element.
When it's gonna be football and NBA at the same time
Oh man,
You
What's,
know,
what's,
it'll be
what's the
crazy.
goal? We got to set a goal before season starts. We should
What
do
do
it
you mean?
again
for
before NBA season starts.
we're
Go
hitting
for
a
what?
1,000 subs this season.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a good
for
goal.
sure. That's for sure.
That's
I'm
for
thinking
sure.
Oh, yeah, like
1,500.
You know who won't be
Let's get
hitting
it
1,000
2,000.
subs?
Yeah,
What?
2K.
Kevin Porter Jr. And he
Oh
will be in the
yeah, we
league.
could talk about him, bro. I was gonna have that, but
Saw the Rockets are trying to trade for him now.
Yeah, really? I wonder why.
no one's gonna take him, bro.
Yeah.
That guy's career is over. He should never play another minute of NBA basketball. If what happened was true and no funny business, it was terrible. He did the craziest shit, which is unacceptable, just straight up unacceptable,
Yeah, it
disgusting. Like
Yeah, terrible, man.
I don't know what makes you think you can do that, especially to that degree where she has she's
Nah,
bleeding, she got broken
Man.
back vertebrae. Like that's insane. You
I have a
know?
question though. Do you think
Had a
if like
Batista bomber or
if
something.
you think
Yeah, it's
if Luka
crazy.
did that, do you think he'd still be in the league?
This
No.
just happened.
No.
Did you see this?
I think
Well,
anyone's
he
getting
might
cooked.
be in the league, but he'll get suspended for like a long time.
Like
Yeah.
3
Miles
years,
Bridges
like, bro,
is
yeah.
kind of similar. I guess.
Miles
That-
Bridges didn't play for 2 fucking years. Like,
But he's
You know
got
why?
that.
You know why it's bad is because not only it's worse than what Miles Bridges
Yeah,
did,
way
but he
worse.
just got hit with that, and they were like, you know what? We'll let you learn 30 games, and right after KPJ goes out and does this.
Plus
So
he
it's
didn't get
like
arrested either.
Adam
Like,
Silver has to make sure this time it's no
funny
lenient
business.
type of
Yeah.
treatment.
I'm just
for him.
curious, like, how far can a star get away with things? You know?
He's not a star though. Good
No,
for
I'm
him.
Nobody's
saying,
saying
like,
how
Oh, like
far
a star.
can
Like
it
if
be.
it was LeBron or something.
Oh,
Which
LeBron
he would
get-
never do.
No, but
Yeah,
that'll be
yeah,
like
never.
that'll be too like the
That'd be
media
like
would
world-
way
that'd be
too
like
high to the
worldwide-
point where you can't bring it back.
That'd be like worldwide news.
Yeah.
I mean, it also
Like, CNN
depends.
will
Like
be a reporter
KPJ
on
was in drama before, with the Rockets, like
Yeah.
not
Even
showing
the
up
Cavs,
to,
too,
not showing. Yeah,
remember?
that's why they traded him because he had like that whole outburst in the locker room,
His
and then
mental issues,
and
dude.
with the Cavs, he left at halftime. Do you remember that? Him
Yeah.
and Christian
Oh,
Wood left at
yeah.
halftime
Yeah,
of
he's
a
done
game.
lot of things.
So it's like he's been
They didn't even
controversial.
guarantee his contract because of it.
Yeah,
Well, he got,
Like,
like,
he had 15 mil, but 15 out of like 80 something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's
his
crazy.
last million
This is
from
even
the
hurt,
NBA.
this is even hurting Christian Wood with his contract stuff. Like the reason why he's only getting minimum contracts is because of his locker room presence and how he
I think he's not
carries
dedicated to
himself.
ball.
Yeah, so
It's not as bad as obviously Kevin
Yeah,
Porter
no,
Jr.
hell no.
But
Nah, he needs to
get away with that crap.
But,
Hey.
all the reports are trying to trade
we
him.
were
dude.
complaining though about the Rockets signed too many guys. Now Amen can get some minutes
Yeah.
now that KPJ is definitely not going to be on the
I
Okay.
team.
saw a meme of like
Look at-
Amen,
look on the
like,
bright side.
Amen Thompson after watching the news and he's like cheering and stuff.
That's
Yeah,
so
he's
crazy.
going. He's going to get his minutes now.
But KPJ was on the least of that pyramid of those players, though. Like,
But he was.
Nah,
he's
he was-
still going to get minutes.
I know he was, but like,
He's a
Damn.
started. He's
This
a
is like the last
skill wise.
thread,
He's a
though.
starting level point guard. Like
Yeah,
niggas
he
is
started
nice.
last
Like,
season, so
I used to really. I think old Hudson's the only one that knows, but I used to follow KPJ and like him a lot for like the last 2 years of like him just playing. I used to be a big fan.
Bought his cards.
Even
yeah.
though, like, yeah, I was really
damn,
invested
that
in,
shit's tanked, huh?
Like, I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it, but like, cause
Oh,
I got
good.
money. But like, at the point is like, I really followed him. I just like put a lot of the stuff he did, like a lot of his like negative away. But then now, like, he did this. I just completely like. I told us, I'm like, bro, there's no way I could like even.
Can't root for a guy
can't
like
root
that.
for him.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
even. Can't. I don't want to like.
There's
look at
nothing
him.
to
I don't
root
wanna-
for. He's never going to play another
Exactly.
dribble in the
So, like,
NBA.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
definitely not.
that's just like.
Dude,
How
he
can
might be in jail.
how can another man do this? Not even like NBA player. How can another man end up doing this to a woman?
It's just
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a report. I don't know if
it's a sad
it's true
world
or
we
not.
live in.
Something about she was asleep when he attacked
Yeah,
her. I don't know how
it's
true that
insane.
is. But bro, like she was asleep when you attacked her.
Broke her
So,
neck.
yeah,
or
niggas
something.
Some
be
pussy
abusive,
shit
man.
right there.
Niggas be abusive. It's
Like,
horrible.
bro, like that's.
So you don't think if a star did that, they would come back?
Nah.
No.
It might be like
it's that
it might be
bad?
even elevated because they're so big. You know. They might try to make like an even
LeBron's
bigger
bigger than
example.
the sport itself. But I'm saying
LeBron's
like,
different.
Luka,
But
Tatum.
no, LeBron.
But
That would be a worldwide.
You
news,
got to
like,
consider
LeBron's
their
like,
their
But Luka
past
wouldn't
too.
be, though.
Like even Tatum doing that stuff, like he can get suspended or something. But it's like a first incident of him doing anything off court. Like if John Morant did it,
No, but it's
it'd
a
be
crazy
way
incident,
different than if
though.
Jason Tatum did it, though. Wouldn't
But
you
that's
agree?
severe. I think this. Like,
Yeah,
how severe
I
it
do
is right
because
here.
of the narrative that's already stuck
The
on
level
it.
of
Exactly.
expectancy
But the
is
level
different.
of the not that too, but the level of degree of what he did is really bad. Like,
Yeah,
you do
yeah,
something
yeah,
from
like-
1 to 0 to 100, you're gonna be in jail real quick too. So
Like, if
Yeah, but I
Paul
say
George
it
does
might not
this,
even
you
be
know what
a.
I'm
It
saying?
might not even be a
Yeah.
contract situation. Niggas might be in jail.
yeah,
Like,
you can be the greatest guy, and if you do like something that to that extent, you're
He gonna be the nicest nigga in the courtyard.
yeah. That's for sure.
They're saying the Hornets want to trade for him.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like
Wouldn't
how they gonna
surprise
try
me.
to ship a nigga like, and I seen that like.
Dude, I don't
Talent.
understand. I don't
They don't
understand.
care about
The
every- they only
Houston,
care about the talent, bro.
the
That's
Rockets
why.
said they want to give a first round pick to get him off the team. Why don't you just cut him? Like, why are you giving first round? Just cut the
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Yeah,
why are you
don't
getting
even-
getting rid of
They wanna get
picks?
value.
They don't even want to pay
They
him.
wanna
That's
get
why.
value.
Probably don't even want to pay them
But
15.
it's like it's only guaranteed for 1 year. Just cut him, bro. No one wants him
yeah,
anyway.
But say just give him a 15.
He's gonna get cut this year by whoever trades for him. They're just doing it to get picks from you, finesse you. Like,
Yeah.
Bro.
I want to hear what Gabe has to say about this, Hassan, about KPJ doing this shit. He's
We're
a
gonna
he's
make
a
a
Rocket
video.
stan.
It's pretty hot right now. We can make a segment out of this.
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I pretty much said what I think I have to say about KPJ. I mean,
He's a horrible
man's
human
scum-
being.
Man's a scum on the earth, like realistically. If all the, like there was something I just read like just now, like 5 minutes ago, saying, oh, they want to. KPJ was like requesting. I read this on the New York Post. I don't know how true that is. He wants to drop a charge because of new evidence saying the neck injury might like not be real. I have to read more into it, but that was the headline. Like there's new evidence saying the
Oh,
neck
she was
injury.
definitely beat up,
The girl
though.
came out
Yeah.
and said that it wasn't true,
Exactly.
but like I feel
No,
like
she
that's
said
just like
that
a.
the relationship wasn't based off abuse.
Oh,
That's not true.
you know what
But
it
I
is?
still feel
It's
like,
it seems like she's trying to like get him out of
save
trouble.
face. Yeah, that's why I think too. Like,
Ah,
you know,
yeah.
I feel like that's a common. You know, it's a common
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like, you'll see it like.
She still loves him. Like you don't want to see him go like
Yeah,
to
like
jail forever.
I was
you
gonna
know?
say I've been watching a lot of Jersey Shore, but yeah, just in general, like you'll see it a lot of times where like they'll still care about somebody even though they're abusing them, you know, like
Yeah.
and not try to, you know, it's not always like a complete thing of resentment, even though they deserve to be in jail for.
It's also, I
however long.
think, the situation said she ran out and they found, like, the hotel staff found
yeah,
her
they
and
said
called
she
the
was-
police. So
yeah,
maybe
bro.
she didn't even want to call the police because of, she might be getting manipulated and whatnot. Just, feels bad, doesn't want to escalate it to that point.
Crazy
But like,
situation to be in.
and she realized once the police got involved that it was, she probably didn't want him to get arrested. She probably just wanted him to,
That's how it be a lot of times. But
face repercussions,
If all that
but-
shit that he did is actually true, then he deserves.
yeah, he deserves to go to jail.
No matter what she
Rooting for him
feels.
too, man. But can't root for that.
Yeah, you can't. This is bad, bro.
Yeah.
You see what happened with Kai Jones though? He was saying all that shit.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He was off the. He was
I
off
think
Molly.
it's
He was on the perks, bro, for sure.
He's
Perks-
definitely gonna be
Perks should be
shacking
asleep.
LeBron
He's on
in
some
one
Molly or
v one. That's
something.
what I saw.
He's trolling.
Definitely.
He's
He's on
getting
some
more
speed.
media attention by doing it. But
Why is he just shitting on his teammates though? He's like, I'm better than Mark Williams. Like the dude
I
can't do
think they know he's
shit.
joking too because I saw Mark Williams react with
What did
the
he say?
sent me.
Yeah. What did he say? Fuck me for?
Yeah, so I think that's just
Greatest
his personality, and it's now being brought up to more attention.
He
so.
did look like he was tweaking though.
Yeah,
He was tweaking.
I think that's just him. Me personally.
He was saying, Mama Clot.
He said, "Pop the Molly, I'm sweating."
I
That
don't
nigga
know.
was sweating hard too. I'm like,
Yeah, he was.
God
Like, what you
damn.
doing?
I'm like, you in
No
a
AC?
sauna? Like,
No AC?
you just
hooping
tweaking
for
in a
this or
sauna,
what?
dude. Like,
Just hooping for this.
that was.
Oh,
crazy.
one more thing I want to mention. This is actually very important. The NBA, we haven't talked about this. They implemented the rule where you're no longer able to sit 2 stars in the same
Oh
game.
yeah, thank God.
They're
Kawhi
making
Paul George
memes about
crying.
they're making memes about that. So
They don't even. Kawhi doesn't even count. So it's like.
Yeah, I was saying like,
he does last 3
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
did
hold
he-
on, hold
was
on.
he an All Star
No,
or
he hasn't
gotta
made anything.
check.
He hasn't made
All
anything.
NBA in the
last
last 3
No,
years?
he
Yeah, I
hasn't.
don't
He
think
might
so.
not count, actually.
He hasn't. He doesn't
He's
count.
still gonna cheat the system.
They already put out the list.
But if
There's
they
a whole
trade
list
for
of-
Harden, then they,
Yeah, he's been all.
Yeah,
then
that's
he then him and Paul George can't sit.
But yeah, they put out a list already of like the people who they falls under, and Kawhi's not even on there.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good rule. It'll definitely help. They also said it has to be for the in-season tournament, so we're talking about that maybe not being good. But now, with this rule enforced, at least one of the stars will be playing.
Yeah.
And then they have the stipulation about like the 35 and up people. So that's like.
Oh yeah,
another thing.
LeBron
35
like
and up.
gets.
Yeah, like
I
anyone
didn't know that.
35 and up
Exceptions.
with a certain amount of minutes and stuff. Like
Sorry, say it again.
you can- anybody who's like 35 and up, like if like that rule doesn't apply to people who are 35 and up with like a certain amount of minutes and games played,
Oh, okay.
which is like Bron, Steph, Kate, like all like the
older people.
super
the older
old
stars,
vets, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
all the older stars, they can still rest under this rule. Like
So
CP.
AD could rest.
CP can
He's not really a
rest.
star anymore, but yeah,
Like they're still gonna arrest him because he's old.
yeah.
So yeah, LeBron can freely rest, and some people can't.
Okay. That
Let
makes
him
But
rest.
For him,
but also
it makes
KD,
sense.
also Steph, like all like it's not just. It's crazy. You'll see the media like when it first came out, people just LeBron, and then they put out like who actually
Qualifies.
qualifies for that, and it's like Steph, KD, all
Still,
of them.
you're moving towards the right direction with this rule to make
Yeah,
sure
definitely.
players play.
100%.
Yeah, you don't want to force players to play injured, but this is good and just making sure that at least one of them like suits up if they're able.
You think
to.
they'll like it'll get to the point where they fake injuries? You know, how they put fake injuries on their.
I mean,
saw
I think they've been
saw
doing
something
that,
What Husson's
but-
saying, it's saying like they put someone is listed as like a weird type of injury.
And they're
It's
not
not like
really hurt.
bad, but it's like they're injured to a point where they can write him off as being injured.
Yeah.
So I saw someone online saying sore like leg or something or
They used
sore
to put sore
like
legs, yeah.
thigh. They're gonna go get it. They're
Nah,
gonna
but
get
I
it.
don't think that'll be acceptable anymore. Like they need to have a serious injury
You can't
to
force
not
them to
play.
play.
They need to have injury auditors.
A
Like,
that'd
third
be
party
terrible
comes
for
in
the
and reviews
league,
the
They'll
though.
injury.
get hit with a hefty fine if they do that.
Yeah, yeah,
like
What?
if they get
yeah.
caught sitting someone who's not hurt, they're
Oh,
gonna get
yeah.
hit with a fat
That's what
fine.
I'm saying.
Good.
Like,
They
Get
might
a-
even lose
Get
draft
a
picks,
third
to
party-
be honest.
Get
The
a
league
third
should
party
actually-
like a
yeah.
opinion to come in like a doctor.
That's what I'm
to come in.
saying.
You're,
Okay,
you're
but-
healthy. You're medically clear to play.
They have auditors. They
I
should have
cannot-
auditors.
yeah, you-
But
you're
it's
allowed
on the
Non-biased.
NBA though, so you're gonna think it's a biased opinion. You're like, oh,
NBA
obviously you're gonna tell me to
Oh.
play.
I
you
get
know?
what you're saying.
I get what you mean, but
I think you go check him out.
I don't
Go
think
check
they
out-
do
go
that.
check
I
out
don't
Anthony
think they
Davis'
do that.
thigh.
I just hope it doesn't get to that extent, but I can see it happening.
I don't think the NBA will do that though. They don't want players out there getting hurt, but they
That's
do
true.
want players out there playing if they can play. Like,
Yeah.
So-
Some players are like taking nights off.
nah,
Getting paid.
not this year.
not for them M's, nigga. You making them M's, you better be
Especially, and if they
With the
make
65
All Star,
game thing,
if
too.
they make All Star, then they apply for that rule, and now they for sure can't sit games. So
out there. Yeah,
you
I
can
think
sit on a
God,
back
like,
to back. Just play one game, just
I-
not two.
I think with the this new rule combined with the 65 game rule, we'll definitely see a lot more stars playing like.
Man,
you
I
know,
hope
to
so.
do stuff.
This will be the year to see it, and then
Yeah,
the
'cause-
in-season tournament too will help a little bit. So
I've always
I like what
been.
they're doing.
it's
I've
gonna be a
always been
different
against,
NBA next year.
I've always been against load management, so
I think we'll have a good season. I
Yeah, me
expect
too.
to.
Because
I
we
think it'd be
had,
a
we had it
great
good
season,
growing
yeah.
up in the early 2010s, late 2000s, where that
everybody
wasn't really
was
a
playing.
factor. People
Yeah,
sitting.
everyone was playing.
Yeah,
Kobe was playing. Everybody was playing back in the day.
man. A lot of competitors too. Our standings are gonna look pretty different, I'd say, when you're doing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like back then. I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia, but like the love of the game. You know, like since they weren't making as
Level
much.
competition.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people were just out there for the love of the game, not just like
Yeah, but
making
same
100
with
trillion M's.
next gen stats, analytics, and stuff like that. It wasn't as important as it is
That's true.
important as it is now. So people take that into account. Coaching staff will take that into account and not play their players, like training staff and stuff. They say, okay, you got to play a back-to-back at this age, or don't play a back-to-back at this age, or take them out. So I've heard players being forced not to play because of the training staff for a certain game.
Oh, like them saying like, oh no, you're not. Yeah,
don't play this game because
Yeah,
of
that
the
shit is lame,
analytics
though.
and stuff like that. So
That's
But-
just so lame. Everybody needs to be playing.
I feel like there's a right balance. Yeah, everybody should be playing if you can. Like, especially like back then, they weren't making as much money as you were now, and they're
Yeah,
playing
that's what I'm
harder.
saying. Like they was
should
playing
be the
harder with less
reverse.
money.
Yeah,
The NBA is also trying to put emphasis on, star players requesting trades like hella years into their contract.
I was crying out. They like.
I wonder who they're
they said
talking
Adam
about.
Silver doesn't like the Dame or Harden
Yeah, he
trade
was saying
request.
that.
I'm like, how you,
Yeah, it's not good.
Dame
It doesn't look
requested
cool.
one trade in his whole career.
Dame
Harden
is cool,
requested
but
like 52.
The Dame request.
I think it's how they're going about it.
yeah,
That's
the
what
Dame
it's
request is
about.
kind of like different from others because he's saying one team and one team only.
He gets a
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah,
Dame
that's
should
right.
get a pass. Everyone
so
else.
No,
What?
he shouldn't be getting a pass
No.
if you're
Why?
requesting for one team and one
Yeah,
team
yeah.
We
only.
talked about how like
He's
He's
It's
saying
not
he won't
fair.
report to training
Listen.
camp if he goes anywhere else. You can't do that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
crazy.
that's
wild.
illegal.
You shouldn't have said shit like
It's
that.
illegal.
I mean, niggas sat. 80 sat.
Same thing with Harden. He said he's not going to training camp if they don't trade him.
AD
Wait,
didn't
but
say
Harden-
only the
wait, no,
Lakers
they
though.
Actually, yeah, he did.
No, he said he wants to go to the Lakers. Make it happen.
Yeah,
But
he didn't say I'm
I think if
only
they trade
signing
him
with
to
the Lakers.
another contender. He's gonna play. Like
I guess so, yeah. But I mean, back then, like, especially in that time, 2012, like, people wasn't. I mean, not 2012, but 2020.
yeah,
Like, people weren't.
2018. I
Requesting
think.
trade.
It wasn't.
like that.
Yeah, like the player empowerment wasn't even all the way there yet. Like how it is now.
But the thing with the Pelicans thing is they sat him. Like he
yeah, they
didn't.
sat him for it. Like,
It wasn't AD
for, like, value.
not being able to play. They just decided to sit him or not wanting
Oh.
to play.
Was it Bledsoe?
Oh, I don't want to be here.
That shit was good.
That was
That was an
hilarious,
insane
bro.
sit.
They sent him away. Well, good mistake.
That was an insane sit. The nigga was just sat and said, "I'm
Man,
not
sent
playing."
him
I don't
away,
wanna
and
be
it
here."
never was good after that.
Nah, for real.
I don't want to be here no more. And everybody knew
No,
he
no, no.
was
The
talking about
craziest
it,
thing.
too.
The craziest thing was LeBron. Maybe it's me.
Oh yeah.
Mid-season,
He's like, oh, I'm not talking about the NBA. I'm not
Ru-
talking about my team.
Russell
Hey,
Westbrook
what else are
had
you
that
talking
man
about?
depressed, dude.
Maybe it's me. After the trade, like after they did trade for nobody, he said, maybe
NBA's
it's me.
hilarious,
I think they shipped all those dudes out the next week
man. Yeah.
Oh,
after
yeah.
he straight
You
tweeted
remember
that.
when
That was, I think, like right or
That was right
after
before-
or
that was after
before
the foul
the.
games.
you remember
Yeah.
the reports of like LeBron wanted to trade Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, and other, and after the trade deadline when they played Indiana, he was sitting on the bench by himself, and everybody was,
It was
was on the other
That was
side.
a crazy picture. That was a
Nigga
funny
was
picture.
so mad.
And the Pacers viewed him like 40 or something.
That was a funny picture.
It's like
It's
they
different
know,
when
they
playing
know
with
they're gone
LeBron,
when
man,
you
like,
see him
Yeah.
distant from the team.
The media attention is way different when you play with LeBron rather than
And in
playing
LA,
with
that doesn't help either.
Yeah.
It's just a double whammy right there.
Nah, that's why I still
Different
respect
times.
KCP.
Yeah, he's the only one who handled
To
it.
this day.
Ultimate
pressure.
competitor.
Danny Green was alright.
Two
but-
times.
Kuz was okay too.
Yeah, Kuz rose to the occasion.
I miss Ingram heavy.
But Kuz was
But I've always
like
missed
Kuz was always expected to do good. Like KCP,
Yeah, he did. He
like
played his role pretty well.
yeah. But KCP like niggas ass and then and then
turned
he got
up.
flamed. Yeah, he got
He's
flamed
about-
in the
took
He's
it
beat
about to
too,
win
man.
Finals MVP, bro.
Stick it
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Good for him. Anything else?
I think that's it. Unless you guys
For the
have anything to
NBAs.
talk about.
I want to do a would you rather
Oh.
real quick that I found on Twitter.
Okay,
Then
go
we'll do
ahead.
the Will Smith
So-
for you.
No, dude, shut the
Yeah.
fuck. What are you talking about? Hold on. All right, this is a would you rather. I found this the other day. Which player would you rather build your franchise around? This is not like elite players, but I just want to see where you guys heads at.
Are we doing
I have-
hockey?
Hmm?
We doing hockey players?
Yeah, I got you. It is Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Cade Cunningham, or Paolo Banchero. Who would you build your franchise around for those four players?
Who
Cade.
wants to start?
Probably Cade Cunningham.
Cade.
Really? Tyrese. I'd go
Cade has
Tyrese.
more potential.
Cade's
He
a better
does, but
all around
Tyrese
player
is
in
more
my opinion.
proven.
I'm
Proven
gonna-
and has
I'm gonna
potential, too.
take Cade's potential though. If I'm
Like, if
building
we're building
around
a team,
them,
yeah. Like,
In my
take
opinion,
Cade
it is
Cunningham.
between Cade and Tyrese, but Cade's ceiling is like high.
no
Yeah,
Paolo
that's
love.
Like
I would've
Cade's
picked
ceiling is
Paolo, too.
MVP level. The other three, I don't think could be an MVP in my opinion.
I think he's limited because of his position, like, and how he plays.
What's
Yeah,
he?
he's
Six
6'8".
eight.
He
He's like
plays-
6'8" point
yeah.
guard.
But I mean, all he does is like score and rebound. Like all these other
could
players
play
can
make
do way
too.
more.
Pass, yeah.
Not
You know,
the same
you know
level
what
as
his NBA
Tyrese.
comparison was going into the draft?
Who?
Jason Tatum.
Okay, man. You see that David Montgomery?
I mean, he
graphic?
probably won't
It's
get
like
there. But
runs as good as Saquon Barkley, cuts as or as big as Barry Sanders, and cuts like somebody
that's
else.
insane.
That was his thing in college.
I mean, I'm not saying
Everybody's
that he's
compared
that
to a
good.
star,
But that's his
you know.
play style. Like
He can't shoot.
who?
Paulo.
Okay.
I'm talking about Cade
Cade.
Cunningham.
We were on Cade.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah,
about Cade.
I thought you said Paulo.
I was just saying. No one said Paolo. I wasn't going in.
No,
depth
yeah,
on him.
I agree with you guys with Cade.
Oh, okay.
I think Paolo has like a pretty high
Talk about
ceiling,
Paolo.
but I don't think he's not all around. You know.
Yeah,
I think
to
he'll be
lead a
great at
team
what he
like that,
does.
yeah.
I think he's like an
Cade
all-star
has
level player. I don't know if he's like
potential.
MVP franchise.
Yeah, no, I see.
But
That's what I was saying. Not about.
Oh
Cade.
yeah, no.
Cade, I
Cade,
think he has
yeah,
a
Cade was compared to
potential.
Tatum, and so that's why I said
I
that.
thought you were saying Paulo was
No,
compared to
hell
Tatum.
no. That's a weird comparison. That would be crazy.
If Paulo gets his 3-ball up though, he's gonna. That's an automatic like 2-3 point jump.
I feel like
and
Tyrese is
scoring,
already
like-
there, and he's still young, so that's why I'll choose him over Cade. Plus,
Yeah.
he has more potential too. Or yes, he still has potential to get.
Scoring wise, though, I think Paulo might have the best potential. You know,
I think
scoring
Cade
wise,
does. He can be a
I
I
think
think
3
Cade
level
does
scorer.
for sure.
maybe. I mean, it's possible, but I think just even what we've shown, what Paulo showed, I can't even speak. Shown in his rookie year, I think that averaging 20 off as a rookie is still like, you know, it doesn't happen often, and he did it shooting 22% from three, like.
Yeah, he'll get
On a
better.
team with decent offensive weapons too, it's not even like he was. You know, a lot of rookies come into a bad franchise,
Yeah.
and they're like the number one. I mean, he was the number one, but there was like Franz is there. You know, like a lot of people are also there taking up touches and shots, and he still shined like under the not under them, but beside those people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think Monty Williams will help Cade's development this season. Hopefully, he can stay
oh
healthy.
yeah, that's facts.
So
That's the biggest thing.
he got a
Staying
bag,
healthy.
so he should be doing good stuff for them.
Yeah, I think
Nice
all around
great
Cade. I'm going with Cade
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the Would You Rather.
I like it.
You got any other ones?
Yeah, I have one more. This one's kind of like a doozy in my opinion.
All
I've
right.
never used that word. What the fuck? If you're an NBA
Expanding.
GM, you have 15 years to win as many championship titles as possible.
Okay.
Barring health.
LeBron.
Barring health. No, let me give you the
No, just
options.
kidding.
Barring health, who would you rather build your franchise around?
Okay.
Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard?
Kevin
What?
Durant.
Kevin Durant. Yeah.
Barring health, yeah, Kevin Durant.
Easily.
Okay. Not barring health.
Kevin Durant still.
Still, yeah.
It's not like
Kawhi,
Kawhi's
yeah,
healthy.
Kawhi.
Yeah, like
That's
it's like
Kawhi now.
if you said KD and like Anthony Edwards, maybe health, but
I feel like Kawhi, he's
That's a good
amazing.
one, though.
He's amazing, but he's still somewhat stoppable compared to KD.
Kevin Durant.
Like KD is just unstoppable, like
Yeah,
offensively.
If you get them with the right weapons, you can't stop Kevin. It's a
Kawhi's
good one,
KD
though.
got MVP
Good
too.
comparison.
Kawhi does not.
Yeah.
Kawhi just will never play. He will never get an MVP.
He's not like a regular season player though. You know what I mean? Like as a regular season player
You
guy
said
like
15
Kawhi.
years. I don't think 15 years of Kawhi Leonard is better than 15 years of Kevin Durant.
Okay, I mean we're never gonna see it because Kawhi's fucking
They
injured.
both got 2 years
saying
max
barring
left.
injury.
But dude, like
Yeah.
think about it like
Honestly.
this. What if you got to see peak? I mean, obviously.
Are we
this
taking
is a
him
huge
from
if.
the rookie seasons or from now? Because if now, it's just fucked either way. But
Rookie season,
Rookie
still be
season,
Kevin
they're
Durant.
both
yeah,
so
gonna
okay.
be
that
drafted
even
at
more
the same
KD
time.
because Kawhi took time to develop. So
Yeah,
That too,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm taking KD easily for taking him from rookie seasons.
Yeah.
this
That's it?
one's. No, I have one more. This one's. I
All
don't
right,
know
let's
what
wrap
you
it
guys
up on
think
this
about this
one.
one.
Wrap
Last
it
one.
up, Dan.
Who would you rather have on your team going into the playoffs? A healthy Anthony Davis or a healthy Kawhi Leonard?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Davis.
Depends the rest of my team.
Kawhi Leonard.
That is true. That is true. I
Like-
guess it depends.
If
I
I
think
need
that-
defense, if the rest of my team is good and I need defense, I'm taking AD. If I need more scoring, I'm taking Kawhi.
Who do you think is a better player at peak healthy?
Oh wait, peak.
Mosquitoes.
No, Kawhi's a better. At his peak, we saw what Kawhi did. Led a
Yeah,
team
so
to a
that's why I
championship.
choose Kawhi in that circumstance, right?
I mean,
But I feel like the
It's
playoffs you
Kawhi.
need a defensive big man. If you don't have a defensive big man, you're gonna get cooked.
Well, we're talking about
barring health
individual
though,
players.
like I mean, Warriors would have mopped them niggas. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah.
so. I mean, the
But
chip
Kawhi's
run,
by himself.
He'll be talking about the bubble chip.
He
That
wasn't
chip-
by himself.
the Kawhi.
Pascal,
Nah, he had a good team.
Kyle Lowry.
They
Oh,
they
you're talking about
Fred-
Toronto.
Fred-
Yeah, yeah.
Fred, you're talking about that
Fred was
infamous
playing a phenomenal
game
ball.
one where he got hurt on the
For-
Spurs. With Zaza.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
No, but yeah, I'm
Are you
talking
talking
about
about
the Toronto run. Like the
Yeah.
Toronto run was great in playoffs.
That wasn't his best version though.
Yes, it was.
But I mean,
say
it's
so.
it's
I
because
think-
the guys brought up he said let him throw a
Spurs
chip.
one. Oh, okay.
I think
know?
the Clippers Kawhi, like when he was going the bubble, was kind of crazy, and the one after that, he was
Hell
crazy
no.
too.
The one where they blew a 3-1 lead.
Oh,
Well, I'm
PG
talking about
was
Kawhi Leonard. He was
terrible,
averaging
though.
34.
Yeah, he was going
yeah,
crazy.
but
He
he
was
had a
averaging, like,
horrible
35.
game 7. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Okay, but
Can excuse
he
that.
shouldn't have got the game 7.
Yeah.
In
PG was
Toronto,
just
in
terrible,
Toronto,
though.
he literally hit the game,
Greatest
the
shot,
shot.
yeah.
You know
okay,
what
and
I'm taking Kawhi Toronto over every other
Oh,
Kawhi.
really?
Maybe
taking Clippers.
maybe
That one's
Spurs
crazy.
because he
Spurs
won a
Kawhi,
DPOY,
Ford got hurt,
but I don't
yeah.
think offensively he was as good as he was
No.
on the Raptors.
That's
Still
true. On the
efficient at
Raptors,
every level.
it was like
He
I
took
mean,
a
it was
step
already his
up.
team on the Spurs, but like the Raptors is like his first team was like, oh, I'm the star. Like
I feel like the
I'm the number one
Raptors version
option.
of
They
him
went
is-
from losing, getting swept by LeBron every year to winning the championship. Like obviously
yeah.
KD was hurt, but still, like
I know.
I
I
feel
think
like that was
oh
the-
my god, dude, going into that 2020 season when they were like, oh, is Kawhi the best in the world? That shit made me want to kill myself.
because he was
like,
really good.
Nah, but it was just like
Dude, he was
people
top. I mean,
people
dude,
were
he won a
using
chip.
it. Nah, but people were using it like Bron just lost to these Warriors. Oh, he beat them. You know what I mean? Like
He
it's
won.
like no context. Okay, but he
Obviously,
won against
there's
Steph by
context, but I
himself.
mean-
Like
Yeah.
At the
he
end
won
of the day,
against
he
like
still gets a chip.
if LeBron
Everybody
just had
gets hurt.
Steph.
Like,
Bro,
everybody-
KD had an Aaron Rodgers, like, played for
KD was
7
gone,
minutes and
Clay-
snapped his
Clay was
Achilles.
gone. Oh God.
I hope Aaron Rodgers wasn't doing that before the game.
No,
He was
man,
too busy running with the flag.
Nah, man. Someone needs to make an edit of Aaron Rodgers' face on the.
It's crazy.
Walk. Nah, but yeah, that dude, those discourses, and then I'm glad
But
we won the chip
it's
next
fair
year.
though.
So.
Like he's coming off a chip. Arguably, like Best said, his best season ever.
I always thought it
Went
was.
to the Clippers with Paul George. The hype is there. Oh, new team. Who
Look,
runs
all
up
I'm
King
saying-
of LA? You remember
all
that
I'm
commercial
saying-
with the crown and stuff?
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like, he's the
Niggas
king.
thought
New
that was
Balance
nice.
contract.
Niggas thought that was
He's building
nice, yeah.
himself.
And then
He's
they
easily a
lost-
top 3 player. in
Aged
the
And
NBA.
then,
poorly.
they burned a 3-1 lead and lost,
Yeah.
and still haven't gone
Crazy.
anywhere since.
You got
so.
your point proven. But it was
Yeah,
a
I'm
bubble,
telling you,
so
I was right.
it's the bubble. I think the bubble played a big part, but I mean,
No,
conversation for another day.
how that's what I'm saying. How is the bubble an asterisk?
Dude, I
And
honestly
then
think.
playing against Steph Curry by himself, not like.
I mean, because everybody gets hurt in a championship run. Are you gonna blame him for that? I mean, I don't blame the Lakers either.
I think the
but, I mean,
You blame Lakers for COVID?
No, it's not. That's why I don't blame the Lakers either. But
I
I'm
think
just
I'll
saying,
blame Rudy for
2015
that.
Steph chip.
the situation is the situation.
Braun was out there with Delhi.
No, I know, but
man.
playing in an open gym is like obviously an
was
advantage
not-
for some players, bro.
Hey, man.
Like if Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant played in there, we'd see the best basketball ever, bro. Like
But they didn't.
they didn't.
Their
It's
teams
sad
didn't
for
make
us.
the
They weren't good
playoffs.
enough.
Yeah, sad for us. But I'm just saying, playing in open gym, that Jamal Murray and
Hey, see, Jamal
Mitchell-
Murray just won a chip.
he did, and he was good. But I'm just saying,
Prove
the
it was
Jamal
not.
Murray and
It was the
Mitchell
last 4
conversation,
teams
man.
from the bubble this year
Dude,
again.
TJ Warren was going off.
So,
Like, nigga, we
Corey-
ain't
Corey-
never seen a TJ
dude,
Warren
Corey
play good
Brewer,
like
Corey
like that.
Brewer has a 50-point game. Like,
Okay, but
other
yeah.
niggas get 50-point games.
No,
like,
this
other
is
players
multiple
go
games
off.
of 40
Okay, well,
plus,
that's
bro.
different.
Like, come on, man.
We've seen players in a
Yeah.
stretch go crazy,
I've seen
though.
Jamal-
TJ Warren?
TJ Warren
Players
was
like
nice.
that, though,
Who?
yeah.
at
Jeremy
Jeremy
Lin,
Lin's
Insanity.
insanity,
Yeah.
bro.
That was a one-time thing.
And
that
it
was
was
like
a-
a 4
it
game
was
season.
a one-time thing.
Bro, what about
And the
Cam
bubble.
Thomas? Cam Thomas for a week averaged like 40 points.
Okay, no one.
Oh,
Who else
God.
is gonna shoot the ball on that team?
TJ Warren was the
God
same
bless.
thing with the Pacers. in
No,
that bubble.
you had what's his name?
Sure,
Sabonis.
Depot was hurt.
Sabonis was on that team.
That's
Sure,
it.
Brogdon
Was hurt.
too, right? Brogdon was on that roster.
I don't think he.
be
I
past
don't
Miles
think he
Turner?
was. Yeah, Miles
Even when
Turner,
Brogdon
I
was on the team, he
guess if
wasn't
you
like
call
a-
Miles Turner a scorer, right?
Okay, TJ Warren should not score 40 points.
Nah,
on every
Brogdon
team.
was still on the Bucks back then, wasn't he? In 2020.
No, I just think he didn't play. I just think he
Ah,
was not
okay,
there.
okay.
Stats are inflated is my main point, but
Nah, that's cap.
It's happened
It's whatever.
before though. I don't think it was crazy for sure, but it's happened with players where they're going off for a week. It just happened to be in the bubble. You know?
yeah, an
Bron
open gym
chip.
situation is a different story.
All I know is Braun chip number 5 on the way this year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And
Call
gold
him
medal.
early.
We're
And
about
gold medal.
Cam's about to die. We should wrap up anyway. So
Let's make this man spin the wheel. I mean, if the camera's gonna die, we can save it.
we're saving
Why?
it. It's cool.
Dude,
If the Bears
you
lose
lost the
again-
bet. You're gonna spin that wheel.
Spinning wheels.
Who? What do you mean?
You.
You lost the bet on camera that was posted, so you're gonna have to spin the wheel.
wrap it up.
You're gonna spin it.
We
next
gonna
time.
clip the
Yeah,
next
we
one.
gotta go. We gotta go.
All right. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Drop a like. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who you think is going to win this week in NFL and any NBA topics we should discuss because we're going to need them for the next few weeks. But
So like predictions.
thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.